Hi, good afternoon, almost anybody. We are 12 minutes away from afternoon, or we are in afternoon, 12:48. Mountain time, we're 12 minutes away from good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Camp Randall Stadium here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Jason Zaleski alongside Dan Ross, and we are getting close to kickoff here. We've got just about 10 minutes left before kickoff here at University of Wisconsin-Madison. Camp Randall is today's location for the Division VI state championship football game between the Stratford Tigers and the Darlington Redbirds. Congratulations to Division VII's Edgar Wildcats, winning its 8th championship in school history as they took down Blackhawk Warren today. Dan Ross, I'll give you 30 seconds on just kind of final thoughts of Edgar winning the state championship.
Yeah, Edgar, great job. They were the better team for pretty much every game that they played the entire season. And congratulations to Coach Sins and the coaching staff. He mentioned last night that for some of the coaches, it's their first time down here, and just great show by the fans. They brought a ton of people down from Edgar. Great win. Coach Sins gets a little bit more over 500 in state finals. 8-6 now.
Yeah, a little bit. You can maybe pat him on the back now for moving to 8-6, as we talked to Coach Sins yesterday and had him on a couple of times during our pregame show of Edgar and Stratford. And with that, we also caught up with Stratford Tigers head coach Jason Tubbs. Here is Coach's comments in our Stratford Homes pregame show. Welcome to our Division VI State Football Preview Show, sponsored by Stratford Homes. Stratford Homes, Model Village, right in Stratford. And find your next new home at stratfordhomes.com. Here with Tigers head coach Jason Tubbs. Coach, another trip to state for the school, the 11th. Your 4th. You start talking about things like that. Your 4th time there as a head coach. You start etching your name in history. Just kind of reflect on that for us and kind of what your coaching career at Stratford has meant to your life.
Yeah, it's just surreal moments. You know, you get when I get here in 2003, we go as an assistant coach. We win 6 in a row, and having the wonderful mentor as Cal Takis, and then him giving up the program and giving it to me, and then kind of building it my own way and get my own staff that's done a great job all year, and then finding ways to get the state at twice in Division 5, and now we're back in twice in a row in Division 6. So it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of memories from these great teams, and not many left. I got my kid's a junior, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing that Cal did. He kind of left when he was at an age where it was time, and I got some good assistant coaches. So when Jack plays his last game, that'll probably be mine too.
Defending state champs, so that's kind of two sides of the coin. A little bit of target on your back, but a little bit of, especially when you step on the field at Camp Randall, you'll have been there before. These kids who are returning have been there before. What kind of an advantage is that going now 2 years in a row?
I think logistically it's a big advantage, just knowing from those years we went before of staying overnight in a hotel, making sure that you have kind of a routine for food and drinks, and telling the guys to go get their merch stuff early so we don't have to worry about it afterwards, because they hurry up out of there too. So no, I think it helps that these guys have an experience and wanting to get back there is another big thing too.
Let's talk about your playoff run a little bit. I met a friendly foe in Grantsburg again. Just talk about your playoff path to this point and what's got you back to state over the last 4 weeks.
Just the hard work, get ready for everything kind of mentality, and I think our guys have adopted that philosophy since I've been here, and be prepared. I think they do prepare. You see our guys watching a ton of film and getting in the weight room on their own at times too, and just having fun.
That game against Grantsburg, you wore them out. They challenged you a little bit at the end, but I thought you really wore them out. And the running game is so important, obviously, to your team. Leonard, Kilty, and that offensive line. And I'd imagine that's what you're going to rely on again on Thursday against Darlington.
One thing with Coach Belter and the staff, I think we kind of take what the defense has given us, and sometimes it's given us Kohler. Against Mondovi, they kind of shut that down, so you kind of had to go to Gavin or Jack, or Peyton Glenn or Jet Shaner, so we feel like if it's we have enough athletes on the field that if we have to turn to one of those other guys to take over a game, and that's okay, and Kohler's okay. But when they're giving you 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 yards of carry on Kohler, it makes no sense not to keep giving them.
Yeah, you haven't had a lot of reason to throw the ball. Should that happen on Thursday, tell us about your comfort level in going to the passing game.
I think Jack's done a real good job for us surveying what's on the field, what's available. I mean, we always kind of teach look for the touchdown and then check down. And I think there's a lot of times Gavin's wide open, and some other guys too have done a nice job. But maybe in the state game he's going to have to make sure we're looking for the check down and just move the chains and continue to control the ball.
Defensively, it looks like you got a pretty solid tackling team. What else would you tell us about your defense this year?
Yeah, the speed. I think our fast guys, we seem like we get to the ball carrier fast and we hustle. There's times guys on the backside, they don't take the down off. They're hustling to get to the football, and we love seeing that because you never know if a guy knocks out a ball and then he's jumping on it.
I said for Stratford, it's the 11th time at state. For Darlington, the 13th time the Redbirds have been to state. The last time, though, in 2016. What do you know coming in? Let's maybe just first start on the offense. What do you know about the Redbirds coming in on Thursday?
I think they've switched offenses. Early in the year, they had more of a spread and a different quarterback, and then now they've gone to more of a run first type of team. They're tough-nosed kids. They're okay sometimes. Some games they only threw one time. So we got to expect them to run the ball first and then maybe pass if it's available. A lot of similarities to us.
When you've got the ball on offense, where can you attack Darlington?
We feel we can get to the edge. We feel that we can get around the corner. We feel we have some speed. I think that will have some advantage of that. When you have a kid like Jet Shaner and Peyton Glenn, kids that are in the top in the state in track, and I think we can attack them with our quarterback running a little bit more too. Hopefully, I think they're going to be keen on Kohler and Gavin, and sometimes this is going to be those other guys, kind of like last year. We kind of fed Kohler because it was there, and he's still going to get his touches, and they got to be able to stop him too.
You kind of answered this question already, but I'll ask you maybe in a different way. If you're the Darlington defensive coaching staff, how do you go about stopping the Stratford offense?
Yeah, they do a lot of line stunts, so I'm sure they're going to try to confuse our offensive line and try to get us into negative yards, and we just got to try to prevent that.
Last 3 weeks, Darlington has played one-score games. Is it just a matter of getting up early and staying up that puts them down to their mind?
Yeah, it's hard. I think they're a ball control type of team, and I think they're okay letting their defense play well too. And a lot of similarities between programs and history, and I'm sure their fans will be fired up, and our fans will be fired up too, and it should be a fun time.
Lastly, Coach, coming into the stadium, what's going to be kind of your final message to the guys before kickoff?
Hey, play like you've been here. And that's kind of what it's always been. Just like this is a 1-0 is what we got to be today, and there's no sense being nervous. We're the 2 seed, So find a way to beat Darlington. It'll be the third 1 seed in a row, and then maybe then we'll start getting some better looks next year in the seeding.
Well, good luck with that, Coach. I do hear though there is another year for you, so we're looking forward to that. But best of luck on the game on Thursday.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Stratford Darlington state championship game coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Welcome back to Camp Randall here in Madison. It's the site of today's Division 6 state championship game between the Darlington Redbirds and the Stratford Tigers. One last time, congratulations to the Edgar Wildcats, 36-6 winners over Blackhawk Warren. They are the 2023 Division 7 state champions. As we take a look at this Division 6 matchup, take a look at defending champion Stratford. They are the defending champs after beating Mondovi a year ago here at Camp Randall. They return to this championship tournament game for the 11th time, looking for their 9th overall state championship. Tigers are the only program in state history to win 6 straight titles. That happened from 2003 to 2008. They also won the Division 5 championship in 1986, and runner-up finishes here in 2018 and 2019 to St. Mary Springs and to Lake Country Lutheran. Darlington returns to the title game for the 13th time. The Redbirds have won 4 championships over the course of its school history, Division 5 titles in 87, 90, 91, and 95. And they were runner-up 8 times, once in Division 4, 3 times in Division 5, and 4 times in Division 6. The last of those occurrences in 2016, Dan. 2013, 14, 15, 16, 4 straight times the Redbirds came here not that long ago and ended up with the silver ball, but they are back here in pursuit of today's gold ball.
Yeah, definitely we're not the favorites to get to Madison. A couple of upset wins.
Yep.
And yeah, there's only one team that has been down here more than Darlington, and that's Edgar that we just saw. Stratford is going to be a tough test for him, though.
Stratford will be a tough test. It looks like on paper and maybe observing these two teams for the duration of the season. Of course, Dan, you and I saw Stratford every week. I've had a little bit of time to prep for Darlington. It would seem like these Tigers are the favorites here today, but we will find out as we take our last commercial break before kickoff. Kickoff right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Stratford Tigers are being introduced on the field as we are just moments away from kickoff here as ready for this Division 6 state champion. Jason Zaleski alongside Dan Ross. Dan, you were observing the coin toss. What did you find out?
Yeah, Darlington won the coin toss. They deferred, so Stratford is going to receive the opening kickoff.
All right, the Tigers will receive. It'll be Darlington to kick in this first half. Now, they deferred. They could choose to kick again in the second half, but
Yeah, I don't think
they won't. They'll receive in the second half. Again, Tigers starters being brought onto the field now, and now the rest of the team joins the starters as they get ready on the Wisconsin W at midfield here at Barry Alvarez Field, Camp Randall Stadium, University of Wisconsin-Madison. And out come the Darlington Redbirds as they crash through their sign that somebody nicely made for them. Now it's destroyed.
Yeah, rude.
This is to date. So we take a look at team leaders for the Stratford Tigers, and leading the team on the ground is Kohler Kilty, 214 carries on the year, 1,614 yards, and 17 rushing touchdowns for number 32, Kohler Kilty.
Have a season.
Behind him is Gavin Leonard, 49 carries, 495 yards. That means he averages over 10 yards a carry. It's my second grade math coming into work there. 6 touchdowns for Gavin Leonard. The quarterback on the ground, Jack Tubbs, 81 carries, 387 yards. He punched it in 5 times. The Tigers have 32 rushing touchdowns on the season. Tubbs, though, from the quarterback spot, Dan, he's 74 of 100 on the year, just 1 interception, 24 passing touchdowns.
That's efficient. 70% completion percentage in high school football. Crazy.
For the Darlington Redbirds, they are led on the ground by number 44, Ty Christ. He's got 169 carries, just over 900 yards, 11 touchdowns. Braylon Gable, 100 carries, 515 yards, 5 touchdowns. Maddox Gable, 93 totes, 503 yards, 10 touchdowns. Reagan Jackson's got 8 on the ground. Connor Larson has 3 on the ground. Zach Zubabuller has got 2 touchdowns on the ground. The Redbirds have scored 40 rushing touchdowns on the season, Mr. Ross.
Yeah, I think that is going to play right into what Stratford wants to do tonight.
They want to get to the ball, point of attack, and tackle, and they are a sure tackling Stratford Tigers team since week 2. We'll come back to that later. When the Redbirds do take flight, it's Braylon Gable leading the attack through the air. He's got 91 pass attempts on the year, 53 completed, 3 interceptions to 9 touchdowns, and Reagan Jackson looks like played 1 game during the season, a couple of touchdowns on 9 completed passes. Mentioned week 2, that was an all-out disaster for the Stratford Tigers as they lost to Division 7 state champion Edgar, but they have been rolling since then. Dan, what do you think Stratford learned about themselves after getting embarrassed at home in week 2?
Yeah, sometimes when that happens during the season, and thankfully it's out of conference, right? But what happens is it grounds the team, right? Stratford, defending state champions, think that they're untouchable, and then all of a sudden a really bad game happened, right? And they did a great job of just saying, hey, you know what? Things happen. We're going to start this thing over. We're humbled, and they have not been close to losing since.
Game today brought to you by a couple of special sponsors: Buccaneer Supper Club, Stratford Sign Company, Clemmy Sales, Structures Unlimited, and more. We'll hear from all of them throughout today's broadcast. They are the reason that you get to listen to us completely free today and essentially all year long. So our sponsors make sure that you are well taken care of at home. I know we've got Allie in her living room, and she's got us on the big screen TV listening to Division 6 state championship football today and others. I'm going to open the chat box when I get a moment, but that's going to be just a bit. But we will open that up for today's game. As the kick will come now, the Redbirds kick it away, and we are underway here at Barry Alvarez Field, and the kick is going to go out of bounds, and the Tigers will start on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the Stratford Tigers in their road whites, it's not based on seeds, based on alphabetical in the year. They're going right to left on your radio dial.
They certainly are. Yes, they do. They go south to north. Stratford, as Dan said, in their all whites, top to bottom. Black helmets with orange tiger stripes on them. Black, what do we got here? Orange numerals with black trim. The Redbirds are in all black, top to bottom, with nicely cut white numbers so we can see them very well.
Yeah.
We are high atop.
Helpful.
High atop Camp Randall Stadium here in Madison. First play from scrimmage will come from the 35-yard line. My apologies. One man in motion. Tubbs in the shotgun. Tubbs will hand to Kilty. Kilty off of right tackle and will push ahead. A gain of 2 on first down for Kohler Kilty, and the Stratford Tigers begin their first offensive set today.
Looked like Talon Christ with the first tackle of the day.
Yep, that is a standard staple run there out of the shotgun. Kohler Kilty crosses in front of left to right of Tubbs. At that mesh point, handoff comes, and now they come to the line of scrimmage. Backfield is flipped now. Kilty to the right of Tubbs. Slot receiver to the left, and a receiver split to the top and bottom. Kilty, and as the play was only flipped, and it was flipped for a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5, but Stratford goes off tackle right on 1st down, off tackle left on 2nd down, and I would expect another run coming on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is what we're going to see from the Stratford offense today. And it isn't really about getting 5, 6, 7 yards right now, but the entire game is going to add up over time.
It certainly will. He's a big dude. I'll give you some weights and measurements here in just a moment. Tigers come out in the same formation they did just a minute ago. Tubbs, shotgun. And they're going to give now to Leonard. Leonard looking for room on the right side. He's not going to get there. The handoff actually went to Kilty. And then Leonard on the jet motion came from left to right and took it from Kilty up ahead, a gain of a couple. It's now 4th and 1, and the Tigers have a decision to make on their opening drive.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Okay, so offense stays on the field. Tubbs gets the play from the sideline, trots back into the huddle, where it is 4th and 1, 10-17 to play here in this young Division VI state championship game here in the first quarter. Tigers on their own 44-yard line, looking for the 45. A quick snap up ahead, and the pile is going to push forward 2 yards for the first down.
Yeah, good statement right away. Coach Tubbs has a lot of confidence in that offensive line.
Kilty with the carry, and it was a pile of white jerseys pushing him forward. Gain of 2, and it's 1st and 10. Tigers convert on 4th down.
What's happening to football that we can just push each other? Like rugby.
Just a mass of humanity up and down the field.
Yeah, it's like the trend in football right now.
It's not as exciting as throwing the ball.
It's really not. It's really not.
Or any other football play. But it is hard to stop. Shotgun again set for Tubbs and the Tigers. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Now on the jet sweep. Handoff is made to Leonard. Leonard finding room around the outside. He's going to be brought down after a gain of 6 on a hard-fought run by Gavin Leonard.
Yeah, and already we're seeing the Stratford running backs 2-3 yards before they're getting touched. Not a good sign if you're a Redbird fan right now.
Thanks to one and all for listening to today's broadcast. As Dan and I told you in our Fleet Farm pregame show. By the way, Black Friday's next week. Orange Friday at Fleet Farm tomorrow. Gun rifle season will be in full swing Saturday morning. Make sure you get down to Fleet Farm early tomorrow for Orange Friday for the best deals and best selection. But we were kind of ready for this now, and jet sweep coming now this way and brought down is number 4, Jet Shaner. Shaner tackled from behind. He's going to gain a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and short with 8:40 left to play here in the first.
Yeah, Brilliant Gable with the touch or with the tackle. 3rd and short coming up for the Tigers.
Okay, so if you're going to go for it in your own side of the field, as the Tigers now cross the Wisconsin W into the Redbird side of the field, you've got 2 plays now for the 4th down.
And that actually counts as a pass.
It does. The ball moved forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shaner on the reception of about 2 yards. Tigers again, shotgun for Tubbs. Kilty to his left. And the give to Kilty. He's got a hole, and the hole closes quickly, and he might have gained a yard, and it's going to be 4th and short again for the Tigers.
It's going to be very close. He is right at the marker, at the 44.
And they do wave him forward, so he did get the line to gain, just got the line to gain, and it's another first down, 2nd of the drive for the Tigers.
It's high school football. The officials always mark it on a yard line.
Okay. Simplicity's sake.
It's easy.
Path of least resistance, and who's going to say anything about it?
Yeah, I mean, in my officiating days, I don't think we ever had to measure.
Kohler Kilty, the senior, comes in at 6'1", 210. He stands this time to the right of junior Jack Tubbs, again in the shotgun. And flag flies before the play, and it's going to be false start Stratford. It's going to be 1st and 15.
Yeah. One thing that could really hamper Stratford today is penalties on the offensive side and having to go beyond the sticks, right? So 1st and long, 2nd and 12, like that sort of thing is maybe one of the only things that's really going to stop the Stratford offense, I think.
Well, they haven't been stopped yet on this opening drive, which is now nearly 5 minutes in the making, just over 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 1, Division VI state championship game. Tubbs calls for it once, twice. Now gets the carry, and again we're going to hand off to Leonard after the ball given to Kilty. And Leonard will take the second handoff and race up ahead for a gain of about 11, just off of left tackle. A nice gain for Leonard and the Tigers.
Yeah, you mentioned in the opening that Leonard, high average rush.
10 yards a carry.
Yeah. And I'm waiting for the stats to update, but he's right close to that.
And I said thunder and lightning in our Fleet Farm we'll call it a pre-tournament series show that we had in the South Terrace, Dan and I, this morning. But thunder and lightning, Leonard, though, 200 pounds, just 10 pounds lighter than Kohler. Kohler gets the carry here, and he is met at the line of scrimmage and no more. Is going to bring up third down, 3rd and 4 upcoming as the Tigers are at the Darlington 38-yard line.
Already 8 plays on this drive. 9 plays on this drive.
Massive drive underway for Stratford.
Half the quarter's gone.
They've converted a 4th and a 3rd down as they, again, are at the Darlington 38-yard line. This drive started at the Stratford 35-yard line, so the yardage isn't there, but the time is just melting away in this first quarter.
Yeah, they might hold the ball this quarter.
Well, they're on their way at this pace. Here's Tubbs again in the shotgun. Play action pass. Tubbs across the middle. Gavin Leonard wide open. He's got it. Breaks a tackle at the 30. Across the 25. Flag flies. May have a face mask along the way. But as it stands now, down to the 21-yard line, a pass play of 16 for the Tigers.
Yeah, let's take a look and see.
Tigers, though, are moving backwards.
It didn't even look like there was anybody out there blocking, though.
Leonard and the defending Redbird were tangled up, arms tangled with each other. Illegal hands to the face is going to be called on the Tigers.
On Leonard, probably.
Well, the flag was thrown at those two battling as Leonard crossed the 30-yard line towards the 25. So I believe the Tigers have the first down, and they will then put this ball back 10 yards, and that's exactly the case because, and the reason Dan and our resident officiating expert, Dan Ross, the play before the penalty had resulted in a first down. They had surpassed the line to gain. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Do I have that right?
Sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 now. Stratford, on that 3rd down play, we're at the Darlington 38. They're now at the Darlington 33. Drive continues. Handoff Kilty. Just off of the A-gap on the right side. That's between the center and the guard. And it's a gain of 1.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
7-minute drive plus clock still rolling on that 7-minute drive as I see one lone Edgar Wildcat coach head up the tunnel as the bus awaits for the welcome back ceremony in Edgar later on this afternoon.
Police escort, maybe?
Oh, no doubt about it.
Fire trucks?
Absolutely no doubt about it. They will exit Highway 29 onto County Road H. Head right through Edgar with the escort. Lights, sirens blazing. Tubbs puts one man in motion. That's Shaner. And
kind of broken play.
Play didn't go anywhere, and Kilty is slow to get up. He had the handoff, and he fell to the ground. Looked like he tripped. Actually, that was Leonard. Leonard with the carry. It's going to be a loss on the play, and it looked like he tripped as he started his run. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Looked like it was a double handoff. Like an inside double handoff.
It's the 3rd time the Tigers have done that double handoff, that reverse handoff. 3rd and 13 now for Stratford as the ball pushed back to the Darlington 36.
Yeah, this is a passing down here. Probably going to go for it on 4th down regardless because they're at the 36-yard line. 3:40 left to play in the first quarter.
Tubbs has passed successfully 74% of the time, 1,377 yards passing. Here's Tubbs' play action pass. And Leonard, and the ball was airmailed over the top of Gavin Leonard's head. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Stratford bench wants pass interference. There are no flags.
Nope. And the pass was just a little bit high. Had the receiver, not a lot of space. Well defended.
Okay, well, we're not going to punt from the 36, so it's going to bring up another offensive play here on a drive that has been methodical, but may stall out here in this 4th and long. It's 4th and 13 from the Darlington 36-yard line. 3:32 left to play in the first quarter. The Tigers have had the ball since the clock started rolling to begin this game.
Let's see what Stratford has in the playbook here.
2 receivers split to the bottom of the field. Play action pass, Tubbs. Under pressure, spins out of one tackle, and he's going to be brought down and sacked. He's going to lose yardage on the play. It's going to be a turnover on downs after a 8-minute, 35-second drive, and Darlington's going to get the ball on their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, good defensive stop. Nobody open for Tubbs, even if he were able to look downfield.
Okay, so we see the Stratford defense for the first time, along with the Redbirds coming out on offense. We do have a timeout on the field. We will take that here from the press box. You're listening to Stratford Tigers Division 6 State Football Championship on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Malachi from Northside Computers and Cellular. We are currently offering a great savings of 2 phone lines for $50, and it includes unlimited talk, text, and data. Stop down at Northside Computers and Cellular, 907 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, to see how you can save on your internet, cable, and phone bills. We have the best providers under one roof.
2 phone lines, $50. Get mobile, internet, and television all under one roof. Northside Computer and Cellular of Marshfield.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, we come back here to Camp Randall. Darlington in their all-black jerseys will take to the field offensively for the first time against Stratford in their all-whites. And after a turnover on downs, the bend but not break Redbirds defense got the job done.
Yeah, let's see the Tigers get off the field, 3 and out here.
3:25 to play in the first. Again, Stratford held the ball that entire time, only gained about 40 yards. And the handoff is going to gain about 2 over the right side as we get familiar with the Darlington names.
24, Gable.
All right. Number 24 is indeed Braylon Gable.
Gable.
Yep, I'm going to go Gable. Comes into the game again with 515 yards rushing, averaging just over 5 yards a carry, and 5 touchdowns to his credit. Wishbone attack for the Redbirds. This ball is kept by Gable, who took the snap, and he's going to race ahead a gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The ball spotted at the Darlington 43-yard line.
Yeah, really good play by Zawislan
Zawislan, yep.
Zawislan, yeah. Able to not fall for the fake to the up back and chase the quarterback down from behind.
Gable brings his Redbirds back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun pistol formation this time. 2 receivers split to the right of Gable, puts 1 man in motion, and the handoff is going to be kept by Gable. He's going to keep it, and it's going to be enough for a first down as he heads on that right side again, a gain of 6 on 3rd and 5, and it's a first down for Darlington at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, the Tigers are a little bit indecisive, having a hard time picking up the ball. Easy for us to see because we're about a quarter mile away, but we're up high. We can see it.
Yeah, we got that all 22, as they call it, the bird's eye view up here. Gable again in the pistol. And again puts a man in motion left to right, and this time the handoff goes to the motion man. And the Tigers have him this time, number 21 on the tackle, Cole Tishy, as he tackles the ball carrier. It looked, Dan, like that was number 21, Maddox Gable, and Gable's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, really interesting. Stratford is inviting Darlington to run between the tackles. Only three downed linemen with a 3-4 set with 4 linebackers trying to pursue the outside.
Call it 2nd and 12. 1:24 left to play here in quarter number 1. Here go the Redbirds. Run now to the left side and hand off there to number 44, Ty Christ. And Christ is going to gain 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, though.
Yeah, 3rd and about, looks like 9 maybe.
Yep, swallowed up by a couple of Tiger defenders on that left side of the field. And in comes Braylon Gable from the sideline, gets the play call from head coach Travis Winkers.
Yeah, Gable is definitely not your typical quarterback back there.
Now, he's a running back that throws the ball occasionally. He's going to run it this time off right side, and it's going to be a gain of just a yard. The Stratford defense stiffens on 3rd down. That brings up 4th down.
Looks like the punting team is coming on.
Well, a whole flock of Redbirds come in from the sideline. So you would assume it's a punt formation.
Yeah, I think they have to run this. There's about 22 seconds left to go in the quarter, and I think they're going to have to kick.
Okay, it's Maddox Gable back to punt, and Jet Shaner stands at his own 16-yard line, now backing up to the 15, as everybody has their eyes on the play clock and the game clock.
Yeah.
And it looks like it is going to wind down to zeros.
What a quick first quarter.
Very quick first quarter when Stratford holds it for more than 7 minutes, and it'll be a punt coming up to start the second quarter, or at least a 4th down to start the 4th quarter here from Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. This is Division 6 State Championship football on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
No idea what that was.
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
No score from Camp Randall as we are set for quarter number 2 action here. Stratford and Darlington in this Division 6 state championship game. It is 4th down, and as the Redbirds come back on the field, we will find out their intentions on 4th and 9. And before that happens, we'll tell you the Buccaneer of Rosellville is ready to welcome you to Supper Club Life. The Buccaneer has nightly specials including Fish Fry Friday, Prime Ribs Saturday. Visit the Buccaneer and enjoy the area's best fresh salad bar, a large drink menu, and tasty desserts. Veterans and first responders qualify to get your discount at the Buccaneer in Rosellville. All right, so it's like we left the first quarter. Punt team is on for the Redbirds. Jet Shaner stands at his own 13-yard line, ready to receive the would-be punt here on 4th and 9. Ball is snapped, and the punt is away. Fair catch called for and caught by Shaner at his own 13-yard line. Dan, how about some first quarter stats?
Absolutely. Stratford, 26 yards on the ground, 18 by Leonard. Short passes. For Darlington, 13 yards on the ground. So we're talking about total yards, Stratford 37, Darlington 13.
All right. Not a lot to crow about.
Exciting.
And we've got a media timeout. We will keep it here as we've got some business to handle. How about this? Choose Stratford Sign Company for design, manufacture, installation, and service of all your signage needs. Get world-class vehicle graphics and total sign solutions at Stratford Signs. Dan, did you know Zaleski Sports gets all of its signage at Stratford Sign, and you should too. Stratford Sign Company, made in the USA since 1995.
I have a feeling that we are one of their better customers.
Buy a lot of stuff, you know. Now, a lot of their customers, I mean, they're buying, signs in stadiums and things like that. So the tag on that sign may have a higher dollar amount than our single sign, but we buy a lot of signs there. There's no doubt about that. Find your next vehicle with the help from your neighbors in Stratford, Clemmy Sales. Deal with a familiar and friendly face at Clemmy and get your next new vehicle before winter moves in. Speaking of winter, get your current ride Wisconsin winter ready at Clemmy with an oil change, snow tires, and more today. See the entire inventory and make a service appointment at clemmysales.com. Clemmy Sales, Stratford's hometown sales and service experts. And another proud sponsor of our broadcast today, Structures Unlimited LLC, Wisconsin's premier provider of the world's leading steel-framed, fabric-covered buildings. As your local building experts, Structures Unlimited is committed to offer the best possible products and service to our new and loyal customers, delivering building solutions to help your business grow. Find a full range of tension fabric buildings from big to absolutely massive at Structures Unlimited and structuresunlimited.com. We are in a possession timeout here at Camp Randall, otherwise known as a media timeout, but change of possession, especially in the first half. We're going to help the TV stations burn all their commercials, get those out of the way.
Yeah, really interesting. Stratford fan base showed up. That's fantastic to see. Just so happens that Hunter Orange kind of matches the Tigers' colors.
That's right. Yeah, it does. They were decked out in orange last week over at Chippewa, Dorrier Field, as Stratford punched their ticket to the state title game with a win over the Grantsburg Pirates. Dan and I were there, along with others at that game, and that was a 35-21 win last Friday night. Much warmer day today and playing here in the afternoon. All right, Tigers are on the field now. 1st and 10, 11:53 to play in the half. Give goes to Kilty. Kilty right side, and will muster a nice 4-yard run, bouncing off a couple of would-be Redbirds tacklers along the way.
Yeah, we haven't talked too much about the weather. It is really nice, but it is windy, and now Stratford is going into the wind.
Yeah, you can see the flags here really flying. They are at full steam right to left as we look at the field south to north, so southerly wind. And the interesting thing, Dan, is you see the press passes and things on the sidelines just hanging stiffly to one side, like they're levitated in air. I've got another Tigers update for you in just a minute as Tubbs puts Shaner in motion, going right to left, and the give goes to Shaner on the jet sweep. Kilty leading the way, and the Redbirds get there. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play as blocking did not quite develop for Jet Shaner.
No, Ross Christ, second straight play that he was in the backfield disrupting things.
My update, Dan, the Stratford Tiger is here.
Oh.
Yep. And I knew the Tiger
there
would
he
be.
Is.
Yeah, the Wildcat didn't make the trip from Edgar. We assume he's working, right? I mean, old boss man wouldn't let him down here to Camp Randall, but not so for the Tiger, as the Stratford Tiger mascot is at field level, helping these Stratford students get into this game.
Yeah, Stratford student section large. Darlington has probably just about the same amount.
Yeah, I'd say a good 100 kids down there. Here's 10:24 left in the quarter. Tubbs back to pass, and bubble screen is complete to Shaner. It's going to be a gain of about 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 at the Stratford 21-yard line.
It's 4th down.
4th down, I'm sorry. That was 3rd down. So it's going to bring up 4th down as both teams' personnel changes on the field, and the Tigers will punt on 4th down.
Yeah, Stratford offense sputtering here to start the game. The first drive had about 8 minutes, but only about 35, 40 yards. Punting back to the Redbirds now.
You mentioned the weather, Dan. I remember in so many years past, pretty much every year during the last decade, that this press box would be flooded at halftime in between games, people on the field coming up here to warm up. Punt is going to be fielded at the 50-yard line, met by a few Tigers there, but the Darlington Redbirds are going to be set up nicely as they will start the second drive of the half at the Stratford Tigers' 47-yard line.
Yeah, so the decision to punt last time helped. Definitely the right decision because they are winning the field position battle now.
Gained about 15 yards after trading punts do the Redbirds with the Tigers. And timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout and step aside. At 9:36 left to play here in this first half. Scoreless from Camp Randall on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with four-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net. 9:36 left to play here in this second quarter. First half action, scoreless. And Darlington about to take the field offensively for the second time here in this half.
Darlington plays close games. Their level 2, 3, and 4 wins were all one-score games.
So they are comfortable here on zeros as they come to line of scrimmage. This drive starts at the Stratford 47-yard line and handoff up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 4. We'll call it 4 on the play.
Regan Jackson.
So Jackson on the carry, his first carry of the afternoon. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with businesses of any size to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Another handoff for the Redbirds and some success there. A gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And no, they're going to give the first down to the Redbirds. So gain of 5 on 2nd and 5, and it's 1st and 10 for Darlington from the Stratford 37.
Yeah, I think if you're Darlington, you feel pretty good about things right now. Still not a whole lot going on offensively, but your defense has held up so far.
All right, you've got 8 minutes to work with, which for these two offenses may only be just enough. And here's Gable on the carry, keeps himself, does number 24, Braylon Gable, and will gain 2 on the play. Ball now at the Stratford 35-yard line, 2nd and 8.
It really is a beautiful day.
It's a really fancy day out there. Again, the wind, but the wind blowing from the south, that's where the birds fly to find warm weather, so it's come back this way. Handoff now out of the wishbone, and a gain of about 1 for the Redbirds, and they unpile.
Just
and it was
swallowed.
A pile of Tigers in that pile.
False with the tackle.
And that give was number 44, Ty Christ.
It just swallowed up by a bunch of Tigers.
Yeah, it was a black shirt running into a wall of white shirts. 3rd and 7, 7:45 to play before halftime.
3rd and long. Let's see if the Tiger defense can hold him here.
You would suspect Darlington may be in 4-down territory here. Again, out of the wishbone. Again, it's Chris. Chris with a hole around the outside, cross the 20, and down a big run. It's going to be a gain of 10. Brings the ball inside the red zone, spotted at the Stratford 19. A big run that time for Ty Christ.
Darlington's got some beef on that offensive line, and they're quick, and they're getting outside.
Well, that means you saw what I did. That was number 52, Talon Christ, leading the way, left tackle for the actually left guard. He must have pulled then because he was leading the way out there.
Big kid.
1st and 10 from the Stratford 19. Bobbled snap, handoff, right side, all kinds of room up there, but the Tigers close quick on the Maddox Gable run. It's only going to net 1 as the that whole right side of the field, Dan, was open, but the Tigers with speed able to get to the point of attack and limit that just to 1. Any other defense, that may have been a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, it looked very promising. Able to just grab him from behind. Good leg tackle.
Okay, so 2nd and 9 from the Stratford 18. Under 7 minutes to play here in the half. Play action pass. Gable looking, has time. Now rolls right, sprints right. He's going to tuck it and run. He'll be tumbled at around the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down from the Stratford 15.
Caleb Wrench did a really good job of being patient, and then when the quarterback was obviously outside the pocket, running towards the line of scrimmage, decided to leave the receiver and make the tackle.
So crucial 3rd down here for the Tigers defense. Darlington looking to keep this drive alive. It's 3rd and 5, 6:20 and counting in this fast-moving first half. Wishbone offense again. It's what I'm calling it anyway. It's a little bit of a messy wishbone, but Gable will keep it himself. He's going to be short of the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and 1 after a tough 4-yard run for number 24, Braylon Gable. So 4th down upcoming.
I don't think they're going to kick it.
No way.
Their kicker is good from 30 to 35 yards in warm-ups.
Darlington comes to the line quick. 4th and 1 for the Tigers 10. Handoff to Christ. Christ, he's across the line to gain. He's going to gain 2 on 4th and 1, and it's 1st and goal for Darlington from the Stratford 7. Another run off that left side for Christ and the Redbirds.
Yeah, they are running behind the big guys up front.
Yeah, again, that's it's 55, Tom Busher, and 52, Talon Christ, and they are attacking that left side of the field. The run will go to the same place again. Christ makes a move inside, and it's going to be a gain of, well, we're going to have to call it 2 because the ball is going to be spotted on the 5. So 2nd and goal from the 5 for Darlington. Redbirds looking to score before the half.
Yeah, and they get the ball first after the half.
The old Bill Belichick philosophy.
Yeah. Tigers back in their heels a little bit, having a hard time figuring out the Redbird offense.
So they're getting blown off the line of the scrimmage, and now they come with 3 down defensive linemen. 5:05 to play. A handoff comes up the middle and in for the touchdown. The Redbirds score. The give to Reagan Jackson, and he essentially went in untouched. May have had a hand on him as he blew through the hole straight up the middle. 5-yard score, and it is 6-0 Darlington.
Yeah, really good play. Again, just off the left guard and snuck through, dragged a defender into the end zone, but 6-0 Redbirds.
Extra point attempts coming up. Dan, you got a number on the kicker? 40. Now I can see him. This is Danelio Ramos Godoy, and Godoy sends it up and through, and the extra point is good with 5:01 left to play. Darlington goes on a 50-yard drive to punch it in, the 5-yard touchdown run from Reagan Jackson right up the middle, essentially untouched. And the Darlington Redbirds lead this Division VI state championship game over the Stratford Tigers 7-0 on Zaleski Sports. Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Need furniture? Come to Mall Furniture in Marshfield and get it now. We have what you want in stock. Do you need a new two-sided Wisconsin-built mattress set or adjustable bed? We have them in stock. Power lift chairs, rocker or wall recliner. How about a glider rocker or swivel rocker? We have them. Sofas, sectionals and sleepers, reclining and stationary, leather and cloth. Choose from Marshfield Furniture, Lazy Boy, and Best Home Furnishing. See our expanded Wolfcraft maple and oak, made in Marshfield Furniture. Bring your truck or trailer and take it with you, or have it delivered for a small fee.
As we come back live here to Camp Randall Stadium, a 7-0 lead for Darlington as they score first here. 5:01 left to play in the half. Dan Ross on the touchdown drive.
Yep, 5-yard touchdown run by Reagan Jackson. 47 yards, 4 minutes, 35 seconds on that drive. Stratford is winning the time of possession battle, but not on the scoreboard.
Winning that time of possession battle largely because of that first drive that went almost 8 minutes to start this game, but an unfruitful drive. And the Tigers look to get the ball now for the third time here after this Darlington kick that is upcoming now. Ball is floated near the 20-yard line. It'll be picked up there by Gavin Leonard, and he's looking for space, pauses, and he is surrounded by Redbirds at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, good special teams coverage on that. Interesting because the kicker had the wind behind him, so he kind of kicked it up and short, and thankfully it one-hopped right to the receiver, right? Because that could go bad pretty quick.
Yeah, lollipop kick, but here we are. Stratford now on its own 23-yard line, 4:55 to play before halftime, as the Tigers look to answer the 47-yard touchdown drive completed just moments ago by Darlington. Tubbs, shotgun, snap, and give to Kilty. Kilty right side has a hole and lunges forward. Gain of about 5, maybe even 6 on the first down carry.
Yeah, that's what we're used to seeing out of the Stratford rushing attack. Cut back off the right side. We saw that a lot last week against Grantsburg.
Yeah, and Stratford's got that rushing attack that wears you down. But I'll tell you, Dan, after what I've seen in this first half, Darlington, same thing.
Yeah, little under 4.5 to play in the half. Stratford, not a real fast offensive moving team, so we'll see what they can do.
2nd and 5 from its own 28-yard line, we'll call it. And Tubbs will keep this time on the RPO and tumble across the 30. A gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Tigers.
I feel like the Tigers got to get this right here.
Yeah, need to have something. They had a 3-and-out the last possession. And here staring at a 3rd down from their own 30-yard line. 3rd and a long 2. The ball placed just between the 30 and the 31, so we will actually spot the ball on the 31, where, again, it is 3rd and 2 2/3. I've got my yardstick with me. Leonard in motion. Tubbs, handoff, Kilty. Leonard leads the way. Flag flies, and we're going to have an illegal motion and
illegal shift.
Illegal shift, sorry. Thank you, Dan. And Darlington's going to have a choice here because it's going to be 4th and 1, or it would be 3rd and 7. And I would suspect that Coach Travis Winkers would decline that penalty and bring up 4th down. I don't know that Stratford's going to be of the mind to go for it in 4th and 1 from their own 32. But it would bring up an option for Stratford anyway.
So they marked it at the 31, so they took another yard away, so it'd be 4th and 2.
So 4th and 2, and here comes the line change for the Tigers. It looks like the punt team is on. So back-to-back 3-and-outs, aside from a fake punt here for Stratford.
Yeah, and punting into the wind once again. Stratford's going to be into the wind until the 4th quarter.
3:25 and counting here in the first half. Darlington 7-0. 5-yard touchdown run just moments ago by Reagan Jackson. Redbird's returner stands on his own 40-yard line. The punt is away, and it is knocked down by the wind. It's going to be on this side of the field. It's Darlington that'll start from the Stratford 46 after the punt is down by Reed Miller. And I don't know, you mentioned the wind. It is a stiff wind at that time blowing into Kohler Kilty's face, and that was probably the best punt anybody could get off in the wind conditions here today.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 14-yard punt.
Okay, so the 14-yard punt, and again, Darlington will start from Stratford territory, back-to-back drives. They, again, capped it off with a touchdown on its last drive, and here they go again. This time they're going to mark this officially at the Stratford 45. So 2 yards better than a drive ago for Darlington. From the wishbone go the Redbirds. And kept this time by Gable, and he'll race ahead for just a couple. A lot of options coming through that hole out of the wishbone, Dan, for the Tigers defense to figure out.
Yeah, and it feels like the linebackers are waiting a beat before they're really attacking the line of scrimmage, trying to read what the play is. And it feels like the Redbirds are a step quicker into holes.
Tigers, again, 3 down defensive linemen, a bunch of linebackers out there trying to figure it out. Here goes the handoff to Christ. Christ will get a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Good tackling that time for Stratford.
Yeah, just the personnel that Darlington is using, really confusing Stratford, especially up front, right? Because there's 3 or 4 potential runners, different directions, and just keeping the Tigers on their toes a little bit.
Ball marked across the 40. It's on the Stratford 39, where it's 3rd and 4. And the give now will be a counter play to this side of the field. Christ will get dumped after a gain of about 1. It's going to bring up a 4th and I'm going to call it 3 after they mark the ball here. And another interesting scenario coming up here for both teams on 4th down.
Yeah, if you're Stratford, you think you can hold them, you take a timeout. There's only a minute 40 left in the half. Darlington's going to let this thing run all the way down, I bet, before taking a timeout.
Yeah, and Stratford is too. Some coaches came to the white boundary and then retreated back. So they're going to ask their defense to stop here on 4th down. Here's the 4th and a long 3 for Darlington. And the Tigers jump, and that's going to give Darlington a 1st down.
And that's all they wanted to do. Fell for it.
Hard count, and the Tigers took the bait. On the 4th and 3, the 5-yard penalty for offsides is going to be marched off, and I can see across the field, Dan, the Stratford Tiger coaches are what I would call distraught at what they just saw.
Yeah, I really don't think Darlington had any inclination to snap the ball there.
Okay, so fresh set of downs, ball at the Stratford 34-yard line. Motion. And all kinds of movement in the backfield, and it's going to be a big loss on the play. There was all kinds of things going on there, Dan Ross.
Yeah. Yeah, tried to fool the Tigers, and they were not fooled. That's going to be a loss of about 5.
And timeout comes on the field. Darlington will take the timeout. We'll keep it here. I want to talk about that play again. I'm seeing the replay up on the big screen here, too. Darlington showed about 3 different directions for the ball, right? I'm going to put the ball here, I'm going to put the ball here, I'm going to put the ball here, and all that time let the Tigers come right through into the backfield and loss on the play. It's 2nd and 13, I'm coming.
Easy for us because we're up here in the press box, but Darlington getting a little bit cute.
I'd say that's a good description for what that was. On 1st and 10 on a nice drive aided by a Stratford penalty. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to work, live, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Minute 17 before halftime. Again, 2nd and, now as they spot the ball, 2nd and 14 upcoming. What do we have on the drive right now for these Redbirds, Dan?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, 7 yards so far.
Okay.
In just about 2 minutes.
So 7 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but again, a 1st down gifted by a penalty, and then a loss of 4. That all equals 7 yards. 1:17 before halftime. Stratford's mission now is just to keep this at 7-0, I would think.
Yeah, it has to be.
Here's Gable, back to pass. Passes down the sideline, and all kinds of contact, and the flag flies from the back judge. This is going to be pass interference on Stratford as Caleb Wrench was in coverage. That pass intended down to number 21, Maddox Gable, off the arm of Braylon Gable, and pass interference is the call.
Yeah, that's a good call. The defender never saw the ball and kind of tackled the receiver as he was diving for the ball.
Okay, our chains have not caught up to the penalty yet. Both teams head to the line of scrimmage, of which there isn't one yet. The referees will sort this out. This ball is going to be spotted at the Stratford 23-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 23, 1:11 to play in the first half.
Again, Darlington going with the wind, helping that pass.
Single setback this time, and ball is scooped just off the top of the turf. It's going to be a completed pass of about a yard. And as Maddox Gable caught that on the swing pass to the top side of the field, he got that just before that ball hit the blades of artificial turf, apparently.
Yeah, it looks like that the FAR official said that it was behind the line of scrimmage.
So they called it a backward pass.
Yeah, so it would have been a fumble if he missed it.
Okay, so it would have been allowed to touch the turf. I missed the replay on the big screen, but it looked like it was awfully close to hitting the turf. But you're right, on a backwards throw, that ball can touch the turf all at once. Stop Construction, a premier builder of Redbird's timeout, by the way. Stop Construction, a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Stop Construction has its own service and fab department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Dan and I talked about this during our Fleet Farm pregame show that started at 8:45 this morning. We do have basketball action coming up after this. Wautoma, Iola, Scandinavia, Athens at Abbotsford, Newman Catholic at Assumption, North Fond du Lac at Amherst. Those are all girls' basketball games, Dan, that start around 7 p.m., and they have full video. You
Weird.
can watch and listen at the same time, which is what a lot of people expect around here. All right, Redbirds out of the timeout. Trips to the right. And the handoff and brought down immediately, Dan. I'll let you say who that tackle was made by, but Reagan Jackson dropped for a loss.
Zawislin?
Zawislin.
You know what? 8 more tackles, I'm going to get it. Zawislin.
What number do you have for Mr. Zawislin?
56.
56. Landon with the big stop there as he blew right through the Darlington offensive line. Clock rolling here, under 40 seconds to play, Dan. Stratford, of course, in no mood to call a timeout. That would only assist Darlington at that point. But it is 3rd and 11 from the Stratford 24.
Zawislin with 5 tackles here in the first half.
So here's Gable in the pistol. 3-step drop, now throws to the right. And that pass is going to be intercepted. Pass in the end zone, intercepted by Cole Tishy as the receiver was double covered. The wind, I think, Dan, carried that ball just a little bit, and Tishy ran under it. And a touchback. The Tigers, Dan, look to survive another touchdown drive by Darlington.
Yeah, that's a really big play. Yeah, looking at the replay, the ball just went about 5 yards further than what was expected.
Pass intended that time from Gable to the senior Will Murray, number 1, 6'7" target out there. But the wind, it is strong, throwing with the wind, and that wind took it too far. Tishy ran under it and made a great over-the-shoulder catch in the end zone. So Stratford now from its own 20, 13 seconds left. And probably figure to run the ball once, and we're going to head to the showers for halftime. Tubbs out of the shotgun and will keep it himself. Run to the right side. He's got some room. He's across the 30-yard line, 35 out of bounds near the 38-yard line. 7 seconds left. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Stratford 38. And into the wind. I don't see much happening here unless you're able to break a run, Dan. But we're not in any kind of a Hail Mary situation.
No.
Not even Joe Montana could throw through this wind.
No, it's probably going to just be another handoff or Tubbs keeper.
Okay, well, Stratford calls the timeout to figure out what to do, but I agree with Dan there totally. A handoff upcoming. But we are in a timeout, 7 seconds left to play. Darlington 7, Stratford nothing in this Division 6 2023 straight title game. Toyland is open now at Fleet Farm with their Price Match Plus guarantee. If you find a lower toy price, they're going to beat it by 5%. You'll get the best price on a huge selection of toys at Fleet Farm. And again, tomorrow morning, I believe the door is open at 5 at your local Fleet Farm. Check your local listings to fact check me on that, but it is Orange Friday. Gun deer season opens on Saturday, and you head into Fleet Farm tomorrow morning for all the best selection and best prices. Orange Friday is a statewide holiday at Fleet Farm here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, temperature going to be in the low to mid 40s this weekend, maybe pushing 50.
I'm going to head out into the woods in the morning on Saturday, and then if I don't find what I'm looking for, I'm going to head to the tree in the afternoon, and I'm going to enjoy it because I'm not going to freeze my nose off. Here come the Tigers back on the field. 7 seconds. Tubbs in the shotgun. Tubbs back to pass, looking. Now rolls left. 4, 3, 2, and interception down to the 30-yard line. Dan, it's not going to matter, though, because there are zeros on the clock.
Yeah, that's one of those things where maybe you get a penalty, maybe you get a catch and the guy falls down. You know, do what you can, throw it down the field. Interception, but that's halftime.
Okay, so the Tubbs, Hail Mallory of sorts, as I say that with Rachel listing, Hail Mallory. Roger Volkening with the interception on the, what would have been about a 35-yard pass completion to somebody, but it turns out to be an interception. And Darlington with zeros on the clock, and the Tigers, Stratford Tigers, head to the locker rooms for halftime. Your halftime score, Darlington 7, Stratford nothing. First half stats coming up right after this on Zaleski Sports.
We take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
All right, back here at Camp Randall halftime with your halftime score, Darlington 7 and Stratford nothing. We turn it to Dan Ross for first half stats.
Yes, starting with Stratford. 17 carries, 53 yards for the Tigers, 19 yards apiece for Tubbs and Kilty. Only 9 for 19 for Kilty so far. Leonard, 4 for 18 yards. Tubbs passing 3 of 5 for 17 yards and an interception right before halftime. 2 catches for Schoner and 1 for Leonard. For Darlington, 61 yards on the ground, 29 by Gable, quarterback, 24 by Christ, 8 for Jackson. Total yardage, Stratford, let's see here. Everything just changed on me. Stratford leads total yards I don't think any of that's right. Yeah, we were having stat issues here.
Yeah, the stats brought to us by the folks here with the Badgers. Well, let's do this, Dan. We'll check back in with Coach Jason Tubbs,
Okay.
and we will start our second half with first half stats right after this on Zaleski Sports. Welcome to our Division VI State Football Preview Show, sponsored by Stratford Homes. Stratford Homes, Model Village, right in Stratford. And find your next new home at stratfordhomes.com. Here with Tigers head coach Jason Tubbs. Coach, another trip to state for the school, the 11th, your fourth. You start talking about things like that, your fourth time there as a head coach, you start etching your name in history. Just kind of reflect on that for us and kind of what your coaching career at Stratford has meant to your life.
Yeah, it's surreal moments. You know, you get to, when I get here in 2003, we go as an assistant coach, we win 6 in a row, and having the wonderful mentor as Cal Takis, and then him giving up the program and giving it to me, and then kind of building it my own way and get my own staff that has done a great job all year, and then finding ways to get to state it twice in Division 5, and now we're back in twice in a row in Division 6. So it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of memories and from these great teams, and not many left. I got my kid's a junior, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing that Cal did. He kind of left when he was at an age where it was time, and I got some good assistant coaches. So when Jack plays his last game, that'll probably be mine too.
Defending state champs, so that's kind of two sides of the coin. A little bit of target on your back, but a little bit of, especially when you step on the field at Camp Randall, you'll have been there before. These kids who are returning have been there before. What kind of an advantage is that going now 2 years in a row?
I think logistically it's a big advantage, just knowing from those years we went before of staying overnight in a hotel, making sure that you have kind of a routine for food and drinks, and telling the guys to go get their merch stuff early so we don't have to worry about it afterwards, because they hurry up out of there too. So no, I think it helps that these guys have an experience and wanting to get back there is another big thing too.
Let's talk about your playoff run a little bit. I met a friendly foe in Grantsburg again. Just talk about your playoff path to this point and what's got you back to state over the last 4 weeks.
Just the hard work, get ready for everything kind of mentality, and I think our guys have adopted that philosophy since I've been here, and be prepared. I think they do prepare. You see our guys watching a ton of film and getting in the weight room on their own at times too, and just having fun.
That game against Grantsburg, you wore them out. They challenged you a little bit at the end, but I thought you really wore them out. And the running game is so important, obviously, to your team, Leonard, Kilty, and that offensive line. And I'd imagine that's what you're going to rely on again on Thursday against Darlington.
One thing with Coach Belter and the staff, I think we kind of take what the defense has given us, and sometimes it's given us Kohler. Against Mondovi, they kind of shut that down, so you kind of had to go to Gavin or Jack, or Peyton Glenn or Jet Shaner, so we feel like if we have enough athletes on the field that if we have to turn to one of those other guys to take over a game, and that's okay, and Kohler's okay. But when they're giving you 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 yards of carry on Kohler, it makes no sense not to keep giving them.
Yeah, you haven't had a lot of reason to throw the ball. Should that happen on Thursday, tell us about your comfort level in going to the passing game.
I think Jack's done a real good job for us, surveying what's on the field, what's available. We always kind of teach look for the touchdown and then check down, and I think there's a lot of times Gavin's wide open, and some other guys too have done a nice job. But he's maybe in the state game he's going to have to make sure we're looking for the check down and just move the chains and continue to control the ball.
Defensively, it looks like you got a pretty solid tackling team. What else would you tell us about your defense this year?
Yeah, the speed. I think our fast guys, we seem like we get to the ball carrier fast and we hustle. There's times guys on the backside, they don't take the down off. They're hustling to get to the football, and we love seeing that because you never know if a guy knocks out a ball and then he's jumping on it.
I said for Stratford, it's the 11th time at state. For Darlington, the 13th time the Redbirds have been to state. The last time, though, in 2016. What do you know coming in? Let's maybe just first start on the offense. What do you know about the Redbirds coming in on Thursday?
I think they've switched offenses. Early in the year, they had more of a spread and a different quarterback, and then now they've gone to more of a run first type of team. They're tough-nosed kids. They're okay sometimes. Some games they only threw one time. So we got to expect them to run the ball first and then maybe pass if it's available. A lot of similarities to us.
When you've got the ball on offense, where can you attack Darlington?
We feel we can get to the edge. We feel that we can get around the corner. We feel we have some speed. I think that we'll have some advantage of that. When you have a kid like Jet Shaner and Peyton Glenn, kids that are in the top in the state in track, and I think we can attack them with our quarterback running a little bit more too. Hopefully, I think they're going to be keen on Kohler and Gavin, and sometimes this is going to be those other guys, kind of like last year. We kind of fed Kohler because it was there, and he's still going to get his touches, and they got to be able to stop him too.
You kind of answered this question already, but I'll ask you maybe in a different way. If you're the Darlington defensive coaching staff, how do you go about stopping the Stratford offense?
Yeah, they do a lot of line stunts, so I'm sure they're going to try to confuse our offensive line and try to get us into negative yards, and we just got to try to prevent that.
Last 3 weeks, Darlington has played one-score games. Is it just a matter of getting up early and staying up that puts them doubt into their mind?
Yeah, it's hard. I think they're a ball control type of team, and I think they're okay letting their defense play well too. And a lot of similarities between programs and history, and I'm sure their fans will be fired up, and our fans will be fired up too, and it should be a fun time.
Lastly, Coach, coming into the stadium, what's going to be kind of your final message to the guys before kickoff?
Hey, play like you've been here. And that's kind of what it's always been. Just like this is 1-0 is what we got to be today, and there's no sense being nervous. We're the 2 seed, So find a way to beat Darlington. It'll be the third 1 seed in a row, and then maybe then we'll start getting some better looks next year in the seeding.
Well, good luck with that, Coach. I do hear though there is another year for you, so we're looking forward to that. But best of luck on the game on Thursday.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Stratford Darlington state championship game coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Come back here live to Camp Randall Stadium. Halftime continues. 2:50 left in our halftime clock, and then we've got our 3-minute warm-up. So we've got just over 5 minutes left before the start of the second half. Jason Zaleski here, Dan Ross to my right. And Dan, the stat that I want to talk about is a first half that real time took less than 1 hour.
Impressive for us in the press box that sat through a kind of a long Edgar game.
Yeah, a lot of scoring, so clock stoppages, but not enough scoring. They missed it by a 1 score to move to a running clock situation. And now, of course, the folks who administer this tournament would be happy for a quick game somewhere as they get caught up on their times. Although we did kick off on time at 1:05. Stratford Tigers can't come back on the field now. Again, we've got 2 minutes left of the halftime period and then a 3-minute warm-up still to come. Hope you enjoyed my interview with Stratford Tigers head coach Jason Tubbs. And Dan, first half, just give us kind of a first half recap, perhaps.
Yeah, so Stratford had a really good opening drive over 8 minutes. Stratford actually held the ball more than Darlington did in the first half, but a lot of that is because of the 8-minute, 20-second drive to start the game. Turned it over on downs. Darlington, ever since then, has been really good defensively. I think only one other first down for Stratford in the half after that first drive. The average starting position for Darlington has been their own 47-yard line. Stratford, it's their own 21-yard line.
That's a big difference there, too. I mean, the short field, obviously, I mean, it's just math, right? We're talking about a game of inches and all that kind of thing, and if you have less inches to travel, you're going to be much better set up. But still, though, with Stratford's, I guess, inefficiencies and, they've really, in the first half anyway, they've really met their match here against these Redbirds. To be down 7-0 was likely still a talking point in that locker room for the Tigers.
Yeah, Darlington has kept Kilty in check as much as anybody can, right? And we'll see in the second half if that continues. Darlington's done a really good job of getting the Stratford offense off the field, though. And generally, the Stratford recipe for winning, I would say, is we're going to pound the ball in the first half, and we're going to get those gains in the second half because the front seven are going to be exhausted by the time that the third quarter rolls around, especially the fourth quarter.
That's the hope.
That hasn't really happened so far. 3 and outs, 1 first down after that first drive. We will see how much of a toll that took. But I think it's the Stratford defense that has really had a hard time getting Darlington's offense off the field. So Darlington's kind of doing to Stratford what Stratford generally does to their opponents.
Yeah, and the big conditioning factor that you mentioned, you're right, wear them down as we go. But you're right, Darlington has been able to force Stratford to punt, and that's going to save some of those legs in the second half as we've got just about 2.5 minutes left here. We are in our stretching period. Let's take our final break before we bring you back for the second half kickoff. Again, your halftime score, Darlington Redbirds 7, Stratford Tigers 0 on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Just a few ticks of the clock left on our warm-up period as both teams have retreated to their respective sidelines. Second half action here about to be underway, and we are still stat-free on the electronic scoring system here in Camp Randall. We learned this at the I think it was the Green Bay Packers game last week. I don't watch a lot of Packers football, but I
try not to.
Had some pictures sent to me where the on-screen scoreboard and clock wasn't working, and so they had to resort to what we use here, which is a camera pointing at the clock, which is, I guess, old-fashioned technology. Tonight, when you watch all the basketball games live with full-color video, you'll see that electronic clock that we provide. Anyway, so tech difficulties get us all.
Yeah, so the stats on the field are right. So Stratford is outgaining
now they are.
Darlington 70-61. So it's tight.
70, though. I mean, that is a un-Stratford performance this year. 70 yards in the half.
Yeah, 53 on the ground. 4 penalties for 30 for Stratford. That's also kind of been a story, right?
They've come, I mean, every penalty is bad, but they've really come at the wrong times.
Yeah, 2 of 6, both teams, third down conversions. Yeah, I mean, on the scoreboard and on the field, it's still a pretty close game.
Yeah, 7-0. Everything is in front of either team as they desire a gold ball. Again, full color highlights of this game will be on Facebook later tonight on all your favorite Zaleski Sports Facebook channels. Kickoff is fielded at the 10-yard line. The Redbirds fake a reverse. And ball fielded on the 10 by Maddox Gable, and he will run all the way, as they say, west to east. And here, literally west to east, and gain a couple on the return. Darlington will start on its own, say, 18-yard line.
Yeah, he ran about 45 yards for about 7 yards the way that you want to go.
Yeah, if they had one of those tracers on the field, those graphical tracers, he ran a long ways for not much.
Yeah.
All right, so 7 seconds on the return, and the third quarter is now underway here at Camp Randall Stadium. But as I was saying, Dan, both teams still have the gold ball in their sights. Just a 7-point game, but this is a game, like you said, that Darlington has won 3 straight weeks, though, a one-score game. And handoff to Christ, and Tigers rally to the ball quickly that time. He's going to gain a yard on first down.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Stratford coaching staff came up with coming out of the locker room at halftime. Obviously, you want 3 and out here. If you can get a 3 and out and get your offense on the field and get back on track with probably good field position, that is the recipe that the Tigers need.
So 2nd and 9, 11:20 left to play here in this early third quarter, and handoff up the middle and gain of about 5, maybe 6. It's going to bring up a third down as the handoff that goes to the touchdown scorer in the first half, Reagan Jackson. And he's going to pick up, I'll give him 6 yards. It's 3rd and 2 coming up for Darlington. Ball spotted on the Redbirds' 25-yard line. So here's the 3 and out the Tigers defense is looking for. And it's in the offing, available for sale right now. And it will not be sold, though. Darlington will get the first down. Another nice run there by Reagan Jackson, 5 yards on 3rd and 2, and it's a first down, Darlington.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Darlington's offensive line. They are pushing the front of the Stratford defensive line back. And it also feels like the Tigers are just having a hard time picking up the ball.
Ball on the Darlington 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Ball on the ground, and who's got it? Stratford's pointing its way, and it's the Tigers football on the Darlington fumble.
What a break. That's what the Tigers needed right there.
And a buzz goes through the press box here at Camp Randall on the fumble, and it looked like maybe on the potential handoff, and we'll watch the replay here in the stadium. No, it was the center that got pushed back. Number 50, Eli Christ, got pushed back by that Tigers defensive line, and that caused that ball to be fumbled. The handoff never got there because the offensive lineman was in the quarterback's lap.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often, honestly.
Well, excellent play there. Tigers defense forces the fumble. Here are the Tigers now. On the Darlington 29-yard line, Tubbs will run over right tackle, a gain of 1 on first down. Oh, yeah, you said it, though. What a break for Stratford.
Yeah. Have to capitalize now. Great field position.
Just the second time Tigers have been in Darlington territory, and that first time there were still 6 minutes on the first quarter clock.
I have to remember that that's the 3rd turnover, but the first 2 turnovers were long interceptions that didn't really matter a whole lot.
Each team with an interception thrown in the first half. Now Tigers +1 on the turnover battle today, but this is the one that counts, like Dan said. Tigers deep in Darlington territory. Handoff goes to Kilty, and he is swallowed up, a gain of just 1. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Tigers on the next snap.
Yeah, Tigers having a hard time getting a lot going on in the ground. Not really getting to that second level.
No, not at all. Kilty is attempting to pick his way and find a hole, but those holes appear at the handoff, and then they close by the time the ball reaches the line of scrimmage. And again, credit to the Redbirds' defensive line as they play 4 down linemen here on this 3rd and 8. 3rd and 7, they call it. Just over 9 minutes left. Play action pass, and ball's on the ground. Tubbs will pick it up. Tubbs going to throw. He's got a man open. Shaner's got it inside the 20, across the 15. What a wild sequence of events there, Dan. The ball was on the ground. Tubbs picks it up, throws across his body, and a 10-yard pass for a first down.
Yeah, good job by Tubbs keeping his head up. Because the ball was laying on the ground. He had to pick it up. He rolled to his left a little bit, looked up. He had a wide-open receiver, found him, threw a good pass to him.
It was a wounded duck. That football was headed to Shaner. Shaner brought it in. Tight formation now for the Tigers. They go quick. Handoff is the up man, Leonard. He spins in the hole, and a nice gain. It's going to be a gain of about 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the Darlington 9-yard line. Tigers deep inside the red zone here.
Hey, we got stats back.
All right.
All right.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Well, again, you get to technology, machinery, and those things are meant to break. It's just what they do. And then you fix them, and here we are.
Yeah, so Tubbs 4 of 6 in the game so far.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, all things considered, and the one of those, the interception.
Yep.
2nd and 6, 8:13 to play in the third quarter. The give to Kilty. Kilty follows a block around the outside, headed to the pylon and in. The Tigers score. Kohler Kilty, a 6-yard touchdown run.
No, that's one of the first times that they got outside of the tackles. Stratford runs the ball between the tackles a lot, probably more than almost anybody that we see. And that one went outside, and Darlington did not have an answer for it.
Kohler Kilty is going to follow the lead block. That was number 56, Landon Zawislin. Zawislin paves the way for Kilty and the Tigers to score its first points here in this 2023 Division VI championship football game. Extra point team now is on.
Into the wind, sort of. It's spiraling down on that end.
Well, but with the closed end zone nowadays down there, it's a little bit better. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. As the kick made there by Brooks Vanderhoof. And Vanderhoof and the Tigers, after the 6-yard touchdown run by Kohler Kilty, draw even here at Camp Randall after the turnover in the third quarter. 7-7 on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Hi, I'm Malachi from Northside Computers and Cellular. We are currently offering a great savings of 2 phone lines for $50, and it includes unlimited talk, text, and data. Stop down at Northside Computers and Cellular, 907 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, to see how you can save on your internet, cable, and phone bills. We have the best providers under one roof.
2 phone lines, $50. Get mobile, internet, and television all under one roof. Northside Computer and Cellular of Marshfield.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Seven, 8:05 to play here in the third. Kohler Kilty, the 6-yard touchdown run, extra point good, and we are tied at 7 in this Division VI state championship football game. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Dan Ross, tell us about the Stratford Drive.
Yeah, able to turn a fumble into a touchdown. 29 yards in 5 plays, 2.5-minute drive. For Darlington, coming out of the locker room knowing that you're getting the ball first, this is not the way that you want the first 4 minutes to transpire.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
Fumble, and then a touchdown by the Tigers.
Is it the spark maybe that Stratford needed to remind themselves we're playing football out here today? Maybe.
Yeah, that Tiger sideline and the students and the fans over there kind of dead, and all of a sudden, right back in it.
Reed Miller boots it away. Kick is going to be fielded at the 13-yard line, across the 20, now to the 30, pushing up to the 35-yard line, and Ty Christ, a nice return up to the Darlington 35-yard line. Well, they will take the ball for the second time this half. 7:59 remains here in quarter number 3. Again, full color highlights available later tonight on Facebook at all of your favorite Zaleski Sports Facebook channels. And we'll put some fun stuff on X and Instagram as well, as we always do. Wishbone offense on the field for Darlington. Ball is actually spotted on the 34. And handoff to the up back and is going nowhere. That was, again, Reagan Jackson on the carry. A gain of 1 as the Tigers' defense is fully motivated now.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes one play to change the entire complexion of the game, and it was that fumble, was the turnover on the snap.
Yeah, and that drive, too, folks got to remember, and perhaps Mike Wendland, who's doing those highlights, will put that in, but second play after the turnover, Jack Tubbs put the ball on the floor and able to pick it back up, and then the big pass play down to Jet Shaner. That was, I know they scored the touchdown, but that was the play of the drive for me. Here's a keep by Gable, and Gable's only going to get a yard, and yeah, that Tiger defense is excited now after Braylon Gable only generates 1 yard on the carry.
Yeah, so when you have an offense like Darlington has, the playbook's only so big, right? Mm-hmm. And you can only have so much motion, so much action. Eventually, the defense is going to understand where the ball is in the cadence of how you hand off and fake. And the Tigers are getting on it now.
And with that being said, they changed the offense in the pistol. 4 receivers in the set, 1 man in motion. Ball's going to be end around this side. Stratford has it diagnosed and dumped in the backfield is Christ. A loss of 2 on the play.
Man, you can just feel this entire press box and the entire stadium probably just feels the momentum shift.
Yeah, you said it. I was about to say it before that fumble on the last Darlington drive as the punt team comes out now for the Cardinals. The Stratford fans, especially coming out of the halftime break, were largely just sitting on their hands over there.
Yeah.
And now some standing, and a lot of movement over there. Some excited Tigers fans. Their offense likely to get the ball back here as the punt team on for Darlington. They will punt it from their own 35-yard line, and punt is away. And a low liner that's fair caught by Jet Shaner at his own 31-yard line. Speaking of Tigers, Dan, the Wrightstown Tigers are headed up the tunnel. They will play 2 games from now.
Okay. I was like, they're going to play 2 games tonight?
The Wrightstown Tigers.
Yeah. The Tigers clapping now. I saw a little bit earlier.
The mascot, yes.
Yeah. I saw a little bit earlier he had his hands on his head, and that's not a good sign when your mascot has their paws on top of their head.
And my apologies. Aquinas Wrightstown next at Camp Randall. We will not be next with that game. Dan and I have already called one Wrightstown game this year, and that was plenty.
Yeah.
Nice folks from Wrightstown, but that was plenty.
Yeah, Wrightstown has a really good club. The problem with that is that Aquinas has maybe a historical club trying to win their 3rd straight, I believe.
Really good football team from La Crosse. Yeah, and a full, almost a NFL, professional style offense with, big passing plays and complex things going on, stunts and things like that. We're in a media timeout. We're going to keep it here and tell you that the Buccaneer of Rosellville is ready to welcome you to Supper Club Life. The Buccaneer has nightly specials including Fish Fry Friday and Prime Rib Saturday. Visit the Buccaneer and enjoy the area's best fresh salad bar, a large drink menu, and tasty desserts. Veterans and first responders qualify to get your discount at the Buccaneer in Rosellville, and they are open today, Dan, at 4 o'clock, which is in just an hour and a half. Ariel and Scott and the rest of the gang there are getting the kitchen ready. And if I have it right, I believe tonight is all-you-can-eat ribs and chicken at the Buccaneer. Yeah, so those of you in the Stratford area, take notes, right? After this game and the pace it's going, you'll be able to get to the Buccaneer by 4 if you want, to sit there with, the early bird folks.
Yeah.
So Jerry Seinfeld once said it was, I think he said it was psychotic to go at that early of an hour. But at any rate, open at 4. All you can eat ribs and chicken, or if it's not, just tell Ariel I said it was.
Yeah. We have a weekly show that we do, and we talk about local sports. Lots of Edgar's Stratford talk lately, of course. But one thing that we haven't really talked too much about is the performance factor coming out next season where where you get points depending on how good you do. So these teams that are here are collecting points.
Yep.
And if you go over a threshold next year, you play up a level.
Yep.
Right? So Stratford might be looking at that. They probably will be looking at that.
They will automatically play one level above their enrollment number.
Yeah.
No matter the outcome tonight. So that's something to look forward to for Tigers fans for next year. But here we have 7-7. 5:53 left in the third. It's going to be a pitch out to Shaner, left side, and he'll be harassed down after a gain of 2, tackled on the play by Reagan Jackson.
Again, you see the Tigers trying to probe outside towards the sidelines, trying to stretch out the defense.
Yeah, and I think what I noticed by that, and maybe I was telling you at the halftime break, but what Coach Tubbs and the Tigers, I believe, are attempting to succeed with there and to plan for is just to wear these guys out. And both teams, by and large, everybody's going both ways. But the more you can get the defense going side to side, the less gas they're going to have come the fourth quarter. Just over 5 to play here in the third. Tubbs again in the shotgun. And false start on the Tigers. So, Dan, I'm sure you saw this there, but a defensive line shift for Darlington caused the Tigers to false start.
Yeah, and it's going to be an offensive penalty unless the defense comes across the line, and they did not.
Nope, they were moving along the line of scrimmage, not towards it. And that confused the Tigers' offensive line just enough. And ball behind the chains now, 2nd and 13. So Matt Peck checks in online. Hey, Matt, good luck on your broadcast tomorrow. Matt's got, I believe I saw 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah, this is the first 2 of 7.
That's right. Tubbs again in the shotgun. Kilty to his left. Play action pass. Under pressure is Tubbs. Rolls to his left, and he is going to be sacked. A big loss on the play as the Redbirds get home on 2nd down.
Yeah, 2nd and behind the chains. You had to probably pass the ball, but, better to eat the sack than make a mistake, right?
Yep, Tubbs hauled down by number 52, Talon Christ. And so 2nd and 13 now goes to 3rd and 19. And Tigers are up against it now with 4 minutes left here in this third. Up against it on the drive.
Christ has 1.5 sacks this game.
Yeah.
Good ball player.
So here's Tubbs again in the shotgun on a 3rd and a long ways, and pump fake again. Tubbs now rolls to his right, looking, not much there, and he's going to get sacked again.
He got hit hard that time.
Back-to-back sacks for the Redbirds. That time it's, again, a familiar name today, Reagan Jackson. Loss of a couple. It's going to be 4th and a little more than 20, and a punt upcoming for the Tigers.
Yeah, not the drive that you wanted to do after Darlington couldn't do much with it.
Yeah, you had the meter pointing your way. Fumble, you score, 3 and out. It's time to get after it, and ball going backwards here for the Tigers. 4th and 23 officially, and
have to punt into the wind again.
Yep, on to punt are the Tigers. 2 Redbird receivers stand at their own 45 as the punt goes into the wind.
That's better.
High spiraling punt caught at the 50. Reverse on the punt return is going absolutely nowhere. 3 Tigers tackle the Redbird returner going to the other side of the field.
Yeah, you can see the Darlington coach upset that he gave the ball away because there was only 1 Tiger on this side.
The ball officially is going to be returned by Connor Larson. And this ball will be spotted at the Darlington 48-yard line. So still good field position for the Redbirds as they play just to the right of the Wisconsin W, pointed to the north side of the field where the field now, Dan, is in about 80% shade. The sun now just on the north side of the field as the earth continues to spin on this Thursday afternoon.
It's funny how that works.
Isn't it, though? 2:37 here in the Central Time Zone, 2:52 to play in the third. Darlington with the ball, give to Jackson. Jackson straight ahead into a pile of Tigers, gains 3 on the first down carry.
What do you call a pile of Tigers?
Well, a pride.
Pride.
Still a pride, no matter if there's 2 or 200, and it doesn't matter really how they're standing or roaming around. It's a pride. Including the artificially furred tiger in the Stratford student section. Still part of the pride.
Where is he? I don't see him.
Well, he's out mauling zebras. He's going to come back with a full tummy and get ready to cheer for the fourth quarter. 2:15 to play. Here's another run for Darlington. This one will be kept by Gable, and Gable will spin ahead a couple yards on the carry. It's going to bring up a manageable 3rd and 4 from the Stratford side of the field as the ball placed now just ahead of the Wisconsin W at the Stratford 45-yard line.
We haven't talked about the turf. This turf is worn. The Badgers are going to need a new playing surface next year, I think.
Yeah, it is really dug up. It is more darkly colored than greenly colored, if greenly's a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very dark, very shredded for sure. But I think Barry Alvarez Field can afford some new turf. Here's the give now to the outside. Ball on the ground again, and the Tigers
went out of bounds.
Aren't able to recover it. One Tiger rolled over the ball as the ball was fumbled coming across the 35-yard line right in front of the Tigers bench. And the Tiger on that side of the field fell on it, rolled over, and the ball went flying out of bounds, and that's going to stay with Darlington. There's an injured Redbird on the field, but
Maddox Gable, who's had a really good game so far.
Tigers almost recovered another fumble, but how about this, Dan? The inertia, the momentum of the rolling Tiger. I didn't get the number as they've wiped the screen because they don't want to show the injured Redbird on the field. But as he rolled towards the bench side with the ball looked like on his chest, the ball in that motion was flung out of bounds, and it's going to be a first down for Darlington. What a break this time for the Redbirds.
Yeah, and Maddox Gable looks like maybe a right ankle. He's being helped off the field. He's leading the leading rusher for Darlington so far this game.
Number 21, Maddox Gable. Yeah, part of that four-pronged rushing attack for these Redbirds. We've got in that backfield Reagan Jackson, the now injured Maddox Gable, the quarterback Braylon Gable, and number 44 Ty Christ, who have done all the damage on the ground for these Redbirds. As again, Maddox Gable helped off the field. The offense for Darlington comes back on. Ball now spotted at the Stratford 48. It was a gain of about 8 yards as that ball was flung forward by the rolling Tiger right in front of the bench.
Yeah, it was a big hit that jarred the ball loose.
Give now to Christ, and Christ is going to be dumped forward, a gain of 1 right over that left guard and center hole. That's the A-gap on that left side.
Just a little over a minute left to go in the third quarter. And then the teams are going to switch sides, and Stratford will have the wind the rest of the way.
Yeah, Stratford lost the toss, but they may have got the better end of it because they got to choose how to be with the wind or how to be winded in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Another handoff, and this is going to be a loss on the play. Dan, this Stratford defensive line has been on it here in this second half.
Yeah, whatever Coach Tubbs and staff told this defensive front seven is working.
Yeah, those linebackers are getting through. Again, Stratford just the 3-down linemen, but those linebackers are able to find those holes quicker and close them down, and that time even get through the hole, knife right through it, and drop the ball carrier for a loss. Yeah. 30 seconds left here in this third quarter.
3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. Darlington lucky to still have the ball, but here it is, 3rd and 11 for the Redbirds. It's going to be play-action pass. Gable back under pressure, and he is sacked. The Tigers' defense gets home this time, and we wait for the to turn around number 66 out there. 66 is Carter Lewick, and Lewick with a big sack. It's now 4th and 13, and the quarter will expire, and Darlington will come back in the fourth quarter on 4th and long, and they will be into the wind. It's an interesting decision for Darlington when we come back. Fourth quarter of play. Jump around time here at Camp Randall as we are tied 7-7. Stratford Darlington, Division 6 state championship on the line on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Culligan water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information. Start of the fourth quarter here. It's decision time for Darlington. They've got a 4th and 13, ball though in Stratford territory. It's going to be spotted, where do we have here, Dan? Around the 42. So decision time, and we will find out here shortly if the Redbirds decide to punt. We're tied at 7.
Looks like they're in punt formation.
So punt formation coming on. So I think that's a smart decision for Coach Travis Winkers. 4th and 13, and to give the ball to Stratford on the 42 is not a good idea. And the punt is finally away. Kind of a rugby-style kick, Aussie football-style kick, and it's going to roll just in front of the goal line, and it will be tapped down at the 3-yard line. What a fortuitous bounce for the Redbirds.
Some English on it.
Yeah, he had English on it. A little kiss.
Yeah, it landed at about the 2 and bounced straight sideways.
Choose Stratford Sign Company for design, manufacture, and installation and service of all your signage needs. Get world-class vehicle graphics and total sign solutions at Stratford Sign. Zaleski Sports gets all of its signage at Stratford Sign, and you should too. Stratford Sign Company, made in the USA since 1995. So Stratford with its worst field position of the game by far. The ball spotted on their own 4-yard line, 11:50 to play in this tied football game.
Maybe 96 yards to win a state title.
Tight formation, and give is to Kilty, and he got to the line of scrimmage, and that was all. Yeah. Redbirds brought everybody.
Why not? I mean, I think every single person in the stadium knew it was going to be a run.
Yeah, as long
Probably
as you were,
Kilty.
as long as you were assured it's going to be a run, yeah, and their formation also tipped the hand too. I mean, tight. Everybody was tight in there. They'll spread it out a little bit more. Now they're Stratford's traditional shotgun formation. Kilty to the left of Tubbs, and Kilty will get the carry. He's got blocking to the outside, cuts it back inside, though. It's going to be a gain of 4 and bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, a lot more room that time.
Yeah, just that sprint right on the handoff out of the shotgun formation, but they get that lead blocker, and I know on that touchdown run it was Landon Zawislin. It may have been Landon again that time, but able to spring him free. They're actually going to give him a gain of 7. 3rd and 3 from the 10-yard line. Ball start on the 4. It's a 3rd and a very long 3. Just doing traditional public school math. Here's Tubbs in the shotgun, and Tubbs will follow Kilty this time, tripping, stumbling, pushing forward, and a first down for the Tigers. Tubbs had people biting at his ankles that entire run, but on 3rd and 3, runs for 4.5.
Yeah, now they're outside the shadow of their own goalpost.
Outside the danger zone.
Yep. You know what? The start of every good drive is one first down.
Well, there's the first down. 10:20 to play. Tied at 7 here at Camp Randall. Division 6 state championship on the line. Stratford defending Division 6 state champs. Darlington was here in 2016 as a runner-up finisher in 2016. The Tigers shift, and I thought, Dan, Darlington came across the line of scrimmage. No flags. And handoff Kilty, right side. Kilty follows a blocker through the hole, punches another hole with his helmet, and pushes ahead for a gain of 5.
Yeah, it really feels like Stratford is trying to get outside more, and there's just so much more room.
Yeah, I don't know if we run out of, if you're Stratford, you may have run out of time to tire out this Darlington defense, but you may not have run out of time to figure out if you can get to the edge. That's the best mode of attack here against these Redbirds.
Yeah, and Kilty's a powerful runner, but getting ahead of steam is a lot better than getting hit at the line.
Two receivers to the left of the formation. Tubbs will hand again to Kilty. Kilty again, same play, right side, same result, 5 yards, first down.
Now it's starting to roll a little bit.
Ball now out to the 30. We've got a 26-yard drive in the making right now.
Yep.
26 and rolling. Ball spotted on the Stratford 30. Clock continues to run as we come up to 9 minutes left to play. Dare I say, tense moments ahead. But I said it.
You did say it.
Yeah, I feel it. Something is going to happen here. There's going to be disappointment on one side. Here's Kilty now. Will attempt the left side, cuts it back in, hurdles a ball, steps over, not a hurdle. That's illegal in high school football. Does step over a would-be tackler.
Like a high step.
Yep, and 6 yards on the first down carry and sets up favorable 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers.
Yeah, you get 6 yards on first down, and the next 2 plays are a lot easier.
Isaiah checks in, says, let's go Reese and Dre. Okay, very good. Thank you for listening today, Isaiah. Full video color highlights later tonight on Facebook, Zaleski Sports, and associated channels. Kilty this time didn't have much room and is actually going to lose a yard as he had to make a jab step to his right and then was dropped.
3rd and 5, the Tigers back. He's trying to pump up those kids.
I said he'll come back in the 4th quarter. He's got a belly full of zebra meat, and he's all set to go. Maybe took out a hyena on the way back. But the Tiger is mascotted Tiger right in front of, again, I estimate about 100 Stratford students. I've got to, remind me, Dan, I've got another comment to say, though, about the Stratford side of the field. 7:48 to play. Here's 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Another handoff, Kilty. Right side, he's got all kinds of room. Sprinting to the outside, reaches the ball across the line to gain. It's a first down on the 6-yard run on 3rd and 5.
Yeah. He got out in space and had one guy to beat. And he didn't really beat him, but he pushed him back just enough and reached the ball just barely over the first down line.
Carried the ball in his right hand. Left hand stiff arm to Ty Christ was all he could do to gain the first down and did just that. Dan, the Edgar fans were all packed in tight on that far bleachers. These Stratford fans are spread out. Nobody wants to sit next to each other.
It was cooler earlier. Maybe they were huddled for warmth.
Here's Tubbs on the keep. Tubbs with room, picking his way to the outside, spinning ahead, backpedaling, and a gain of 8. The Tigers' running game has come alive in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, we're down to 7 minutes. Stratford might not give it back up.
They began the drive, at 11:55? We punted on 4th down to start the quarter.
Yeah, they got it with 11:50 left.
All right, so under 6:50 to play, a 5-minute drive, and clock rolling for the Tigers as they're at their own 48-yard line, just to the right of the Wisconsin W. Here's Tubbs. A couple of cadence calls, hands off, all kinds of room here to this bottom side, but a flag flies. This one is going to come back. Kilty had about an 8-yard run, but the flag flies, and we're going to have a holding, it looks like, on the Tigers.
Well, there's probably a reason why he was so open.
There was only one Tiger blocker to this side, so I'll just say this: the offending Tiger, the hold is now officially called, actually ended up on the turf.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been hurt. Maybe he was just upset with himself, which could also be. But 10 yards from the spot was past the first down line, so it's going to be 2nd and maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's not going to be as bad as you might think. Clock stops with 6:29 to play. Ball pushback. It was at the 48, now at the 43-yard line. So a loss of 5 on the holding call. 2nd and 8, as Dan said. Back come the Tigers. Tubbs in the shotgun. Kilty to his left. 2 receiving options to the right of Tubbs. Low snap, picked up by Jack off the turf. Up the middle he goes and twisted down just across midfield into Darlington territory, and maybe a first down. We'll see where the spot comes.
He's very close to the line. Oh, my gosh, they might measure this.
Well, they've been generous with the first down calls this game and the last, and we are, though, going to get a 3rd down here. It's going to be 3rd and about a foot just across the 50-yard line to the bottom of the Wisconsin W. 6 minutes to play. What a game.
The clock keeps ticking.
Both teams with a full bevy of timeouts. Tight formation now on the outsides. Tubbs in the shotgun, Kilty to his left. Linebackers creep for the Redbirds. Tubbs will keep, follows the block through the hole, and ahead for the first down. 3rd and 1, or third in 1 foot, Dan, and he got 3 yards.
Yep. This would be the most Stratford thing we could possibly think of. To get the ball with 11:50 left at your own 4-yard line and don't give it back.
Tell us, Dan, about that first drive again. Just give us the length and the time spent.
Yeah, 8 minutes, 25 seconds. It went
about 40 yards or so. Here's a handoff to Kilty over the right tackle, and Kilty up ahead, a gain of about 3.
14 plays. It ended up being 27 yards because they lost a bunch of penalty yards and stuff, yeah.
So 14-play, 27-yard drive, took over 8 minutes. That was the first drive of the game. Of course, it resulted in no score.
Yep.
Here we are from the 4-yard line. Stratford took the ball with 11:50. We're under 5 to play, and we're down to the Darlington 43-yard line. Stratford Tigers moving methodically, just 1 yard at a time, and here comes a 2nd and 7. Tubbs, shotgun. Kilty an option to the right, and he will take the handoff over left tackle, and the powerful Kohler Kilty up ahead, a gain of a few. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Tigers across the Darlington 40-yard line.
4 down territory.
For sure, because you're with the wind, so you would go for it there knowing that Darlington's going to have to play into the wind against your energized defense here in the second half. By the time the Tigers snap the ball next, there will be near or under 4 minutes to play.
Darlington's thrown 1 pass that was intercepted today.
Here's Tubbs, tight formation, shotgun, give to Kilty. Kilty, left side, has some blocking, now rounds the corner. It's a first down, gain of about 6 on 3rd and 3. And how often, Dan, has that happened on this drive where it's been something in 3 and they get 5 or 6? There is an injury on the field, and that is Kohler Kilty, and he is slow to get up. And as a matter of fact, Kilty is not getting up as he is writhing in some pain on the sideline. We will take a commercial break. 3:54 to play. It's going to be 1st and 10, Stratford from the Darlington 30-yard line, but perhaps without running back Kohler Kilty. We'll find out right after this on Zaleski Sports. Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Up to $150 back on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card through June 30th at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
I said, Dan Ross, tense moments ahead as Stratford down to the Darlington 30-yard line, 3:54 to play, in the midst of a nearly 8-minute-long drive, and Kohler Kilty did walk off the field very slowly, but he did walk off the field. Find your next vehicle with the help from your neighbors in Stratford, Clemmy Sales. Deal with a familiar and friendly face at Clemmy and get your next new vehicle before winter moves in. Speaking of winter, get your current ride Wisconsin winter ready at Clemmy with an oil change, snow tires, and more today. See the inventory and make an appointment at clemmysales.com. Clemmy Sales, Stratford's hometown sales and service experts. Here come the Tigers, 1st and 10 from the Darlington 30. Off the injury timeout, Tubbs to the right side, follows a block, has room. He's pulled down from behind after a gain of 6. Another big run on first down on this drive for the Tigers.
Yeah, so much space out there. And he had 2 lead blockers outside of the hash marks on the far side away from us, and only two guys out there. So Darlington not doing a great job of containing the outside run this drive especially.
Okay, so second, thank you, Dan, for that update. 2nd and 4, 2 receivers split to the left of Tubbs, and the give is to Kilty, back in the game, and Kilty will get tripped up and a gain of about 1 on the carry. It's going to bring up yet another 3rd and short on this drive for the Tigers.
3 minutes to play.
Tick, 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 tick. I said tense moments ahead, and here we are.
9-minute drive.
Here we
It's crazy.
are. Tubbs huddles his team. Ball now down to the Darlington 23-yard line. Chance for the Tigers to repeat as state champions. Tied at 7. Bunch backfield. Give us to Leonard. Leonard push from behind, and the spot is going to be short. He's going to gain a few, and it's going to be 4th and less than a yard coming up from the Darlington 21-yard line. Dan, the Tigers attempted to push Gavin Leonard across the line, just couldn't quite get it.
Yeah. It is exactly a yard short. 4th and 1.
Tiger fans come to their feet. 2:15 to play. 4th and 1. Full house backfield and flags fly. Motion players moving on both sides all over the place. Critical call coming up here.
I have no idea. Everybody was moving.
False start, Tigers. It's going to be 4th and 6.
You still got to go for it, but now it's tougher. A lot tougher.
So 4th and 6. Does Coach Jason Tubbs go to the pass play? They have not passed yet on this drive.
Rollout, maybe.
You would assume
like
a slightly injured Kohler Kilty available in the huddle now on 4th and 6. Clock under 2 minutes to play. Kilty in the game. Here's Tubbs, shotgun. Kilty to his left. 2 receivers to the left of Tubbs. Tubbs, play action pass. Under pressure. Pass is caught. Leonard with it. He's got to move, and he does. He's into the red zone across the line to gain a first down for the Tigers on 4th and 6. Ball thrown slightly behind Gavin Leonard. He was able just to kind of tip that ball up a little bit, grab it, and then bear crawled across the line to gain for a first down.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be just fall short. He kept his feet.
To the 15-yard line. Here's Kilty. Right side, cuts it up, jumps, leaps, down to the 10. Gain of 5 on first down.
There's 1:10 left in this game.
Woo!
At the 10-yard line. They're in field goal range. Like, they only need a field goal.
On the 10.
Yeah.
Tied at 7. Clock rolls. Will Darlington call a timeout here on a 3rd down? We will find out. Tigers don't want that. They'd rather have a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 5 from the 10. Tubbs. Handoff. Kilty tripped in the backfield. I believe Tubbs and Kilty tangled feet together. It's a loss of 2 on the play. And here is the timeout for the Redbirds.
48 seconds to play. Upcoming 3rd and 5 for the Stratford Tigers.
Wow, what a game here. It's timeout on the field. It's timeout time here in the press box. Back for more football after this on Zaleski Sports.
Furniture? Come to Mall Furniture in Marshfield and get it now. We have what you want in stock. Do you need a new 2-sided Wisconsin-built mattress set or adjustable bed? We have them in stock. Power lift chairs, rocker or wall recliner. How about a glider rocker or swivel rocker? We have them. Sofas, sectionals and sleepers, reclining and stationery, leather and cloth. Choose from Marshfield Furniture, Lazy Boy, and Best Home Furnishing. See our expanded Wolfcraft Maple and Oak, made in Marshfield Furniture. Bring your truck or trailer and take it with you, or have it delivered for a small fee.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Third and 7 upcoming. 48 seconds to play. A gold ball is on the line at Camp Randall. What a day to be alive. Special thanks again to our Stratford area sponsors, the Buccaneer Supper Club, Stratford Sign, Clemmy Sales, Structures Unlimited, and our pre- and halftime show sponsor, Stratford Homes. Find your next new home at Stratford Homes, Model Village right in Stratford. And then you go to stratfordhomes.com and get ready to build your fantastic new house. 48 seconds to play, Dan. Here we go. An 11-minute drive.
Yep.
Ball started on the 4. We play now from the 12. Darlington 12-yard line. Third and 7. Tubbs, shotgun. Snap. Tubbs going to follow Kilty through the hole. He is not going to get the first down. And here we go. I said tense moments ahead, and this is the drama we've been waiting for. It's going to be 4th and 2. And there are 35 seconds and counting. Neither team willing to call the timeout. And does Stratford wait, Dan, until about, well, no, here comes the timeout. Darlington takes the bait and calls the timeout with 27 seconds left. 4th and 2 upcoming.
Yeah, Stratford took the last timeout.
They did. Okay, so each team has expended one. All right, 4th and 2. 27 seconds. The ball is on the 8-yard line. That's about a 23, 24-yard field goal with the wind if Coach Jason Tubbs calls that play.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, he's made an extra point look good, but a lot can go wrong on a field goal, right? Especially with pressure on it. It's high school. It's Division VI high school. Small school field goal kicks. Do they have a soccer team?
Nope.
No. Ooh.
Well, it's been a formula for years, right? A school with the soccer team has really good place kickers, and without, they don't. The Stratford offense comes on the field. It will be no field goal. This is the Stratford offense coming onto the field. 4th and 2, 27 seconds. Ball on Darlington 7.
Is
it a kick? It is. Okay, so the kicker, well, there's no T, Dan. That's what threw me off.
Well, now there is. 24-yard field goal.
All right, 24-yard field goal. Here it is. The snap. The kick is blocked. The kick was blocked. It was low as it came through. Who did we have kicking there, Dan? Lorenz Plattner, I believe.
Yeah.
Plattner on to the kick. The kick was low. It's blocked. And we remain tied at 7 with 23 seconds left. What do I smell?
It looked like it was blocked by the guy in the back.
I smell overtime. What happened here?
A touchback.
Okay. All right. I see both teams huddling on the sideline. Yeah, it smells like overtime here at Camp Randall.
Wow, on the replay, that Darlington coach looks really intense.
Let's see here. Plattner's kick. Yeah, it was blocked.
Yeah.
The kick came off low. The 24-yard kick did come off low. It's blocked. So Darlington takes over now. The 80-plus yard drive, over 11-minute drive, comes up empty for the Tigers. Handoff. Tigers still got to play defense here, and it's an 8-yard run to start for Darlington, and they will take their second timeout, and it's going to be 2nd and 2 upcoming. Let's go back to the kick one more time, Dan. What did you see there?
Yeah. On the left side, the offense facing left side, right?
Mm-hmm.
The kick did come out low. It wasn't a great snap. The holder got it down. The laces weren't out. Did everything that they could. The timing seemed a little bit off. Like the kicker's first step towards the ball was really early. And we see it again. And there was a big push on the left side, and it looks like number 8. Number 8 was the one that blocked it. Yeah. That's Regan Jackson.
Yeah, we've called Jackson. He scored our opening touchdown, and he's made plays all game long, has Jackson. And, you've got him out there, and he's a 6'2" senior, able to get his paw up there and knock the low kick down. And, the thought that goes through my mind now after thinking of all this, and it's not a second guess by any means, but you think about this. We're dealing with 16, 17, maybe 18-year-old kids. We're trying to win a state championship, and you bring, the least practiced offensive play out there. I think it was the right call. I would have kicked the field goal too, but I can also see how nerves may have affected what happened there. You had mentioned all the things that went wrong in that field goal kick. Here is a flag before, and we're going to have a false start. Redbirds had a nice play underway,
they had
but
a trick
false
play.
Start.
It was like a reverse, maybe going to be like a flea flicker, like reverse flea flicker or something. Looked like
ball was being tossed around like a hot potato in the backfield, but the false start negated the play. Didn't even happen.
I am glad that you said that it was the right choice, because in the timeout right before it, you said no matter what on fourth down you kick.
Yeah.
I'm glad you kept to your word on the air.
Yeah, for sure. 2nd and 7 after the 5-yard march off on the false start. We're gonna correct the clock though. We've got our, what do you call it there? Our 6th official, our extra official, making sure that the clock is right. 19 seconds now. It had rolled down to 15. So 19 seconds on the game clock. 2nd and 7, Darlington from its own 23-yard line, and still staring overtime straight in the face here at Camp Randall in this Division VI state championship game.
Again, they've thrown one pass today.
Redbirds at the line of scrimmage. Now here comes pass number 2, perhaps. It is. Pass is heaved into the wind and thrown into the Redbirds bench.
Yeah, just fluttering in the air.
Raylan Gable gave it all he had, and it was thrown into the Redbirds bench. He got it 35 yards down the field, but it was 10 yards deep into the Darlington bench.
Yeah, just got away from him.
So 3rd and 7. So we stop the clock, Dan, on 3rd and 7. Tigers stop here. Things could get interesting a little bit yet in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to maybe force them to punt the ball.
Into the wind. And it is a strong wind here at Camp Randall.
Yeah, especially the higher you go, the more it knocks it down. Okay. I'm guessing this is going to be a run.
So Redbirds from the 23. Braylon Gable in the pistol. Reagan Jackson behind him. Gable puts one man in motion. The give is to Jackson. Jackson straight ahead. Patient now ahead.
He
lost the ball. He fumbled the ball. Stratford has it. They're across the 25. The Tigers are back in business as Jackson fumbled the ball. Here come the Tigers.
6 seconds left. 6 seconds.
What is going on out here?
One more chance for the Tigers.
Jackson kept churning through the hole, and the ball was popped free. Let's see who it was here. Number 21 forces the fumble. Cole Tishy forces the fumble. Ball brought back. So now what do we have, Dan? 6 seconds left. Stratford with one timeout. Can you? I think at this point, we're on the 25. It's a 42-yard field goal from here.
Yeah, you have to get down to the 15 or something.
So here, we're passing the ball to the end zone with 6 seconds left to play.
Well,
or throwing it somewhere short of the end zone and hoping to run it in.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of faith in the field goal team at this point.
Well, in 42 yards, even with this wind, 42 yards.
Yeah, but if you get down to the 15, then it's 32, 33.
So you're saying that we can get a playoff here in less than 6 seconds
with a timeout?
All right.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. So we are in a change of possession timeout.
It is unbelievable.
The fumble comes with 6 seconds left to play in regulation. It was going to be first down, and it was going to be overtime.
Yeah, Darlington just trying to run the clock out.
Yeah, nobody would have pulled the trigger on a timeout. The ball would have only been to the 30, but here it is at the 25. Stratford offense on the field. Chance for a gold ball here. I think there's one play left in regulation. Here's Tubbs. Puts one in motion from right to left. That's Shaner. Shaner now on the left side of the formation. Play action pass. Tubbs throws. Flag. Pass is caught. caught, and he's short of the end zone, Dan, but there is a flag as the pass to Alex Chappell was completed, but a flag flies. Stratford may get an untimed down here.
Yeah, I think it would have to be from the original line of scrimmage. They're not going to give it to him out here.
Well, if it's pass interference, you get the yardage, though.
Yeah, but I think they end the half. We'll have to see.
An accepted penalty, a defensive penalty, though, cannot end the game. There would be a play here to be run. Where the ball will be spotted is what we're not sure of yet. So, penalty on the defense. So the untimed down will come now. The ball right now, Dan, the spot has not been determined yet. The original line of scrimmage was the 25.
So I think it's
defensive holding was the call.
It's going to be the 15 or the 20. I think it's going to be the 15.
Officials are now conferring with Stratford coaches on the sideline. There is a huddle of multiple officials and multiple Stratford coaches. The players also from Stratford, all 11 are circling that huddle. There's an inner circle and an outer circle right now of action in front of the Stratford sideline. A chance, though, for the Tigers, I think, to have one play to win the game in regulation. Here, the White Hat, though, is going to run all the way to the south end zone. He is going to run 80 yards to the other side of the field to get a rules verification, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's headed to the monitor, Dan.
Ooh.
He's headed to the monitor. All right.
So, interesting. Kind of lost in all this is number 1, Will Murray for Darlington made a championship saving tackle, right? Because if he gets in the end zone, they decline the penalty and Stratford wins the championship.
Yeah, Tishy was tackled down at around the 3.
Yeah. Yep.
The pass from Tubbs was good. It was on the money. And hauled in by Alec Chappell. Chappell was tackled at his ankles and fell forward to the 3-yard line. You're right, a touchdown-saving tackle.
And it wasn't his guy because the guy that was covering him was one that held, and he got tripped as he was trying to hold him. He was falling down, and he held the receiver.
So are we going to the monitor to determine where the foul took place? Coach Tubbs not happy with anything that's going on out here right now. Not happy with the delay. Not happy that the decision can't be made. Not just plain not happy on the sidelines right now. Here we get the replay, Dan, on the big screen. And it looks to Dan that hold happens at the 15-yard line. It was that was Christ. Ty Christ attempted to tackle Chappell at the 15 before the ball was even thrown. So here comes the White Hat now back to.
That's a long run.
Back on the field. He's run 160 yards in the last 2 minutes, trying to get this one sorted out. Stratford's going to have one play.
Yep.
Where is it from? And do we bring the field goal team out again? Stratford missed a 24-yarder just minutes ago. But here we are in the Division VI state championship game, and we await the officials here to tell us what's going to happen next.
The Darlington coach seems okay with it. So
well, he knows his guy tackled the other guy, the Stratford Chappell on the 15. But now the White Hat's going to come all the way over to the Darlington side and tell them the results, and we're going to be the last to find out.
All right, so
the Stratford offense is coming on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be at the 15.
Our line judge is standing on the 15 right now, but his nose is pointed forward to the end zone like he's about to step off. He's not. Okay, so the ball is going to be on the 15. We've got one play for a state championship in regulation. Otherwise, we're moving to overtime. Field goal team is on the field, Dan.
Yeah, so
this is Plattner, and he's on for a 32-yard field goal try. Thereabouts.
Yeah, so it's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Okay.
They were at the 25, 10 yards up to the 15-yard line. We're going to have about a 32-yard field goal here.
Okay, so the second field goal attempt for a gold ball is about to happen, but before it does,
Darlington's going to ice them.
Darlington's going to use its final timeout. We're going to keep it here because I've got everything right where I want it right now. And just, again, big thanks to our sponsors. Big thanks to all of you listening out there at home or wherever you may be. This has been, for a 7-7 ball game, we could kind of sense, Dan, in that fourth quarter, something was coming.
You said it, yeah.
I did.
We just saw a replay on the Jumbotron here at Camp Randall.
Of the block kick.
Of the block kick from behind, and that kick was going to go through.
You think so?
Yeah, it was right down the middle.
Okay. So we had an over 11-minute drive that Stratford brought all the way down to the, where did we end up, at the 6 or something like that? And then the blocked field goal. We go to third down, Darlington on the ensuing drive. We go to third down. And on the third down carry, the first down was achieved, and then it was fumbled by Reagan Jackson. It was Cole Tishy who batted it out from behind. And now a couple plays later, here we are after a Darlington 10-yard holding call on the pass play from Tubbs to Chappell. This is going to end now with a Plattner field goal attempt for the second time in game minutes in the last 90 seconds game time.
32-yard field goal. It's down. It's
the kick is up, and it's through. And the Tigers, with zeros on the clock,
there's a penalty
flag is on the field. And roughing the kicker, that's it. It's over. The Tigers, with zeros on the clock. The 32-yard field goal stands. Lorenz Plattner, your hero on this Thursday afternoon. Tigers are state champs.
Unbelievable.
Woo! Wow, the Tigers mob everybody on the 25-yard line as Plattner's 32-yard field goal is true this time. Plattner runs to the student section. He's going to meet up with he's getting the Gatorade bucket.
They are.
This is awesome. Tubbs, actually, I don't think that's Plattner. That is, make sure we're right here. Walker Weiss and Jack Tubbs have gone for the Gatorade bucket. They're going to bring it back into the huddle as there are handshakes, hugs, high fives, chest bumps, everything on the field as the Tigers, in dramatic style, the 32-yard field goal and back-to-back state championship for the Stratford Tigers. Whoa!
Walk-off field goal. 32 yards. This is Division 6 football.
Whoa!
Plattner's never going to have something athletically happen what just happened.
He has achieved greatness immediately. Wow.
Unbelievable. What a game.
Amazing. The senior, Lorenz Plattner, puts his Tigers to the top again in 2023. Back-to-back state championships for the Stratford Tigers. Coach Jason Tubbs has 2 state championships under his belt in 4 appearances. He will forever be a Stratford Tigers football coaching legend. Forever.
You feel bad for Darlington because they had a really good game plan coming in and they executed it, just couldn't get Stratford off the field in the fourth quarter.
Whoa. What a way to end, Dan, at Zaleski Sports, right? I speak just for us. There are still 5 more football games to happen here at Camp Randall. I only hope they had half as much fun as we did. But here today, Dan, at Zaleski Sports, we end our fall sports session. And we end it with a walk-off field goal for a state championship. Are you kidding me? Dan Ross.
I thought you were going to miss it. You were messing with the computer. You didn't even see that.
Oh, I got all kinds of skills over here.
They went quick, right? They didn't want the kicker to go back and have to really think about it. They snapped it almost immediately. Great snap, great hold, and it made it by plenty. Good 5 yards distance on that.
Wow, what a way to end it. What a championship here today.
Unbelievable. Congratulations to the Stratford Tigers.
Yeah.
Back to back. Back to back. You know what? Sometimes it doesn't matter how you get there. No one's going to ever remember how ugly of a first half that was.
It was ugly.
Only going to know 10-7. Back in 2023, we won on a field goal.
A backflip caps it off for Cole Tishy in the huddle. Tishy backflips it. The gold ball stands at the 50-yard line along with the silver plaque. They're going to give the silver plaque to the Darlington Redbirds. Dan, let's go to Darlington. Give us some final stats for the Redbirds here today.
Yeah. 98 yards on the ground, 43 and a touchdown from Regan Jackson. He had a great game. 13 carries for 29 yards for Gable, the quarterback. 12 carries for 23 yards for Christ. 4 carries for 3 yards for Maddox Gable, who left with an injury late in the fourth quarter, not sure. Overall, 98 yards of offense. That is all that Darlington had. They did get a touchdown on a 47-yard, 4.5-minute drive in the second quarter. But really, that is all that they had. They only had 8 first downs the entire game.
Both teams with slow and methodical drives all game long.
Yep.
Right? Intentional. Right? It's not. It wasn't. I wouldn't say because of inefficiencies. There were some, but there are in every style of football game. But through game planning, slow and methodical, and this time, the slow tortoise happened to be the Stratford Tigers. All right, Stratford Tigers final stats, Mr. Ross.
Yeah, Tubbs 5 of 7 through the air actually for 44 yards. The last pass got down to the 3-yard line. That's what drew the penalty. 1 interception. That was at the end of the half, I think, in the first half. On the ground, Kilty, 25 carries for 85 yards and a touchdown.
All right, Dan, I interrupt you here to tell you that the silver plaque has been awarded. The Darlington Redbirds now stand on their own sideline. Photographers everywhere, flash bulbs popping. And on the other side of the field, the Tigers dressed all in white have gathered at the 50-yard line. 4 Tigers appear from the Pride of Tigers to collect their gold ball in 2023.
How is the Tiger not on the field? Let him out there.
Don't get me started.
I mean, he might tear up the field, but it'd be worth it.
Would he mistake a black and white Darlington jersey for a zebra? See, that's why. You can't have that happen. Tigers hoist the gold ball in Camp Randall. 2023 Division 6 state champions. Back-to-back go the Tigers. All right, any other stats there for Stratford, Dan? I cut you off before.
Kilty, 85 yards. Tubbs himself, 45 yards on the ground. Leonard, 22 yards. Stratford outgained Darlington 195 yards to 98. The two teams combined for less than 300 yards of offense today. Stratford had the ball for 30 minutes. Darlington, 18.
30 out of 48.
Yeah.
That is really good. Okay, well, I have you do just a couple more things. We're going to sign off here. We've got a welcome back party to go to in Stratford, I believe. But first, Dan, tell me about the Stratford scoring drive, the first one. Let's recap. Darlington scored first. Take us through the Redbirds' scoring drive in this game.
Yeah, so Darlington got the ball, about 9.5 minutes to play in the first half. They spent 4.5 minutes of it, a 47-yard drive. Culminating in a touchdown, run by Reagan Jackson.
5-yard touchdown run by Reagan Jackson.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then for Stratford, they got on the board in the second half.
Yep. They recovered the Darlington fumble. I think the second or third play of the second half. Went down the field quickly, 29 yards in 2.5 minutes. That was the Kilty run off the right side by the pylon.
Okay.
And then the last drive, which wasn't a scoring drive.
Yeah, tell us about the 11-minute drive. That's the one that is most interesting to me, even though it had it had some consequence on the game. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so a fantastic punt by the Darlington punter pinned the Stratford Tigers back at their own 4-yard line right at the start of the fourth quarter. Stratford marched down the field a 22-play, 89-yard drive that took 11 minutes, 27 seconds, virtually the entire fourth quarter, led to a 27-yard field goal that was blocked.
And then tell us about the ensuing Darlington drive.
Yep, Darlington came down, got a first down, got a second first down, fumbled it with 6 seconds left. It was recovered by the Stratford Tigers with 6 seconds left. Stratford had one play to go at the 25-yard line. Pass play tackled at the 3-yard line, but there was a defensive holding penalty which had one untimed down where Stratford from the 15-yard line brought the kicker out, and he nails a 32-yard field goal to win the state championship.
Again, our hero tonight is senior, number 79, Lorenz Plattner. And Lorenz was mobbed by the TV crew afterwards, and no doubt Mr. Mike Wendlandt down there collecting highlights is going to talk to Lorenz, and those highlights are going to be on Facebook later tonight on all of your favorite Zaleski Sports channels.
Of course, a kicker whose number is in the 70s kicked this game-winning field goal.
Edgar's kicker, number 74. Stratford down the road, number 79. That's how kickers are numbered in Division 6 and 7 high school football here in Wisconsin.
We won 2 gold trophies today.
All right. Yeah, what a turnaround from 18 and 19, where Edgar Stratford go back-to-back and go over, and here they come in 2023. Edgar in a much easier, less stressful fashion, 36-6 winners earlier today, and Stratford with zeros on the clock, a walk-off field goal in a state championship game, memories for a lifetime, as our final score here from Camp Randall. Stratford 10, Darlington 7, and the Stratford Tigers 2023 Division 6 state football champions. For Dan Ross, my name is Jason Zaleski. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and we will talk to you again tonight. Basketball, 7 o'clock, ZaleskiSports.com.